Good afternoon, Lions fans. Welcome in here to Loudermilk Field. I'm Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube as we're going to begin Game 2 of this 3-game series between the coveted College Scots and your Piedmont Lions. We've got a doubleheader today as the first pitch here is due about 1 p.m. in Game 1. Tentatively is going to be about 5 p.m. for Game 2. Let's look for the starting 9 here for both squads. First off, the batting lineup for the 11-15 and 3-7 in conference play coveted College Scots. Leading us off to center fielder Kenny Mills. Batting second to shortstop Zeke Gilbert. Batting third to designated hitter Josh Harvey. Batting cleanup to left fielder Ken Burke. Batting fifth to third baseman McCaleb Harleman. Batting sixth to right fielder Joseph Reidner. Batting seventh to first baseman Tyler Cox. Batting eighth to second baseman Trevor Graventine. And batting ninth to catcher Harrison Aldergren. On the mound for coveted today will be the right-handed pitcher Zach Tollison. For your 13-12-1 Piedmont Lions, that'll be leading us off and playing left field Connor Jelly, batting second and in right field the former Scott Alex Gonzalez, batting third and playing center Carter Ballstad, batting cleanup in the designated hitter Hunter Kane, batting fifth our third baseman Kyle Carlson, batting sixth the first baseman Grant Olson, catching and batting seventh to Jackson Randolph, batting eighth the second baseman Scotty Lyon, and batting ninth to shortstop Braden Bebo Brooks. For the Lions on the bump today, it'll be the freshman right-hander Jake Garner. Jake so far this season is 1-0 in 5 appearances. This will be start number 4 for him on the year, 17 2/3 innings. He's got a 2.55 ERA and a strikeout to walk ratio of 15-6. Leading us off here, it'll be Kenny Mills. Mills hit in that cleanup spot yesterday where he went 0 for 4. He'll foul tip this one into the net here, 0-1 count. If you missed it last night, the Lions dropped Game 1 to the Scots 7-3 as Covenant was able to put up a 7 spot there in the top of the 7th inning. The Lions were only able to score their 3 in the bottom half of the 5th, so they hung up zeros in every other inning besides that. As the 0-1, a big breaking ball there that hit the outer half from Jake. No balls and 2 strikes now. First pitch at 1 p.m. on the dot here in Demorest, GA, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's a cold one. 44 degrees, and it feels like 38. As Jake back into the windup, his 0-2 delivery on the way. It's going to be a breaking ball there that is going to miss away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Very windy night last night, same here today, blowing slightly southeast at 14 miles per hour. So those left-handed bats are going to have a bit of an advantage carrying that ball out to right field. 1-2 on the way. This one hit way up in the air. It'll be in foul territory. Can Carlson make a play on it? It'll actually sail into his glove for out number 1. Could not see Kyle. He was down there almost in the dugout, and he'll catch that one for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 down here as this will now bring up the shortstop Zeke Gilbert. Gilbert, the only Scot with multi-hit game last night as he went 2 for 5. Also able to score one of the 7 in Covenant Scott runs. You'll see our big American flag out there in the right center field waving around. Jake's first pitch to him. Gilbert gets around on that one pretty well down the left field line. It'll actually go beyond the bullpen where our carousel sign is, but it's foul. So that'll be a long strike number 1 there to the Covenant shortstop. Again, our probable starters today, obviously Jake Garner starting here in Game 1. There in Game 2 of the doubleheader, it'll also be fellow freshman right-hander Braden Sims for the Lions. As the Scots are wearing their royal blue jerseys, the gray pants today. Good-looking uni combo. 0-1 hit out to center field. Carter retreats just a bit. He'll get under it there for out number 2. As now with 2 outs here, here comes the 3-hole hitter, the designated hitter today, the catcher last night, Josh Harvey. Harvey had a very good game, reaching base twice, as he was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Also drew a walk as well in 4 plate appearances. As he'll swing it from the left side here. First one on the way to him. Out to catch the outer half. No balls and 1 strike. Covenant lineup. A lot of 300 hitters, just over 300. Josh Harvey leads them all, though, as he's well over 300, almost at 400, hitting a well-rounded 384 on the year. As Jake's 0-1 turns into a 1-1 now, as he'll miss arm side and away from Harvey on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, it's a cloudy day here in Demorest, GA, not expecting any precipitation. It was snowing a bit this morning. Yes, snowing a bit. As the 1-1 on the way, does not catch the outer half, 2 balls and 1 strike. Obviously a little bit too warm to be sticking to the ground, but a few flurries this morning. Again, you usually don't see this kind of weather in Georgia on April the 9th, but hey, we love the Northeast Mountains. 2-1 on the way. Harvey will send this one up and out of play behind us, foul. That'll be deuce as well for the first time here this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of inning number 1. Jake Garner looking to get his first strikeout of the day and get out of this top half of the first inning. 1-2-3. Harvey back in there. Garner back into the windup. 2-2 delivery on the way. Big breaking ball sits in the zone at the belt. Braden Brooks had done took his hat off, ready to go back to the dugout there. Instead, it'll be a ball. That'll run us full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Wind picking up here. Let's see what Jake goes with on a full count. Garner's delivery on the way. And that'll be a bit high and away, so Garner will issue his first walk of the day, as now this will bring up the cleanup man, the left fielder, Ken Burke. Burke hit in the leadoff spot last night, going 1 for 4. Also had a walk and a strikeout. Has only combined 11 hits from the Scots and the Lions last night, all singles. So we've still yet to see an extra base hit this series from either side. As Jake, his first time in the stretch today, he'll look in and come set. Big breaking ball there, didn't get on top of, as that's going to be up and out of the zone. 1-0 count now. Again, Garner just making his 4th start of his collegiate career, but again, he's been very, very good this season. 2.55 ERA. As he got his first collegiate win a week ago up at Berea. As that one will be, again, up and out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. As Garner will step off and take a moment here. Now he's throwing it back in on the rubber. He'll check over at first. He's getting the lead over there is Harvey. 2-0 on the way here. That'll miss somewhere. I guess it missed high. And now Garner will fall behind here. 3 balls and no strikes. Not seeing anything at the top of the zone being called here. As Garner comes set, his 3-0 delivery on the way. That one was a bit too high. Back-to-back walks on 4 pitches that time. So now with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Here comes the third baseman, Caleb Harleman. Harleman in last night's ball game went 0 for 2. Was pinch hit for by Chris Savage. So we've only seen Harleman take 2 swings at the plate last night. See what he can do here in his first one here today. He'll take a breaking ball that misses up and in. 1-0 count now. Seems like the young freshman right-hander Jake Garner is not able to get on top of his pitches right now. Obviously, cold day. It's hard to hit in this weather. It's hard to pitch in this weather. But again, as Coach Justin Scally loves to say, both teams have to play in it. The 1-0 on the way from Jake. That'll be a fastball hit out to right center field. It'll get down in the gap. That'll go all the way to the wall. Harvey will come around to score. Burke's going to round third. Just getting it back in. Scotty Lyon will cut it off. And coming around to score will also be Burke as well. Our first extra base hit of the series by Caleb Harleman will be a 2-out, 2-run double. And that'll make it a 2-0 game. Covenant. Now this will bring up the left-handed hitting right fielder Joseph Reidner. Reidner, a .322 hitter on the season, swinging it from the left side. First pitch on the way to him from Jake. Look like that'll be a changeup that misses away there. 1 ball, no strike count. Again, seems like the season for the Lions has been able to limit the damage and hand the bats to the offense. See how many runs can the offense produce this afternoon. May be the telltale difference in these 2 ball games. 1-0 misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes now. So Covenant getting started early and often today, rather should I say. Yesterday held scoreless through 6 frames. Able to put a 2 spot here on the board thus far in the top of the first. 2-0 on the way. This will be fouled up and out of play down the third base line over towards the Walker Athletic Complex. There's Jake will toe back in there on the rubber. He'll look in and come set. Trying to battle back here. 2-1 delivery on the way. This one fouled to the backstop. That'll even us up and make Deuces wild for the second time here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In the 2-0 ball game here in the top half of inning number 1. As McCaleb Harleman able to drive in 2 with his 2-out double there. The first extra base hit of the series comes from the Covenant Scott third baseman. As Garner looks to get his first strikeout of the game here against Reidner. 2-2 on the way. Reidner continued to stay alive up there as he'll foul that one off again down the third baseline and out of play towards the Walker Athletic Complex. As we got some men's lacrosse action going on over there today. Also start time around 1 p.m. Also got men's and women's tennis as they'll play host to Covenant College as well up there at Virgin Tennis Courts. A wonderful day here at Piedmont University. 2-2 on the way. That one's foul. Tip there. Good pitch from Jake. As Reidner just able to get enough of that one to stay alive. We'll do 2-2 for a third time now. So Jake will get him a new ball. Settle back in there on the rubber. And the 2-2 awaits here. Harleman getting the lead out there at second. Not anything too large. The pitch on the way. Looks like that'll miss about a ball off the plate there. That'll run us full at 3-2 now with 2 outs. The second time we've had a full count here in the inning. Men's lacrosse opponent today, William Peace University. As Garner will look in and come set. Big pitch here. Full count on the way. Reidner continuing to fight them off there as again down the third baseline and again up and out of play. So we'll do the full count once more here. Reidner last night 0 for 3. So still looking for his first hit in the series. Maybe can draw a walk, hopefully a strikeout. As Jake will come set. The 3-2 on the way and continuing to stay alive as he'll foul tip that one to the backstop. As Nathan Boyce will have to run out onto the field of play into fair territory to go get that one down. As he'll go grab that. Jake continuing in this battle now. As this will seemingly be pitch number 10. 3-2 on the way. That one hit straight up in the air out to shallow center field. The second baseman, Scotty Lyons, going to call him off and catch it there for out number 3. So a battle for the ages is how we're in there at the top of the first. McCaleb Harleman, a 2-out, 2-run double, makes it a 2-0 ball game. Covenant heading to the bottom of the first to see if the Lions can answer back. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loft, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube, home half of the first inning as the Lions look to answer back the 2 spot there from the Scots there in the top of the first as they lead Piedmont 2-0 as due up here in the top half, or excuse me, the home half of the first inning. It'll be Connor Jelly, Alex Gonzalez, and Carter Ballstead. Starter out there on the mound for Covenant, Zach Tollison. As a sophomore right-hander, 7.12 ERA on the year. He has an 0-1 record. He's appeared in 7 ball games for the Scots, started 6, so he's start number 7 here. 30 and a third innings pitched, as he has a 30 strikeout to 13 walk ratio. And then he'll have to face the man himself, Connor Jelly here, as the first pitch to Jail is going to be up and away. 1-0 count now. Jelly this season, batting .250 on the year, get on base at a rate of .306. As he's got 9 RBIs. He's got 3 doubles and a triple as well. He'll send this one up in the air down the right field line. That ball's carrying a bit. Is this going to go? And that ball's going to one-hop the fence, but in foul territory. So that'll be a long strike number 1. 1-1 count now. As Jail's been dealing with some throwing arm issues. That's why we've seen him out of the lineup here these past few recent weeks. And Noah Aaron had been on fire as well. Noah getting an RBI last night. Not seeing him here in the lineup in game number 1. Be interesting to see how the lineup looks there in game 2. As Towson back into the windup he goes. 1-1 delivery on the way. Big curveball there. That'll sit in the zone as Jail will fall behind here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, just a reminder for your lineup here. It'll be Jelly, Gonzalez, Ballstat. That's who we'll see here in the bottom of the first. And then after that, Kane, Carlson, Olson, Randolph, Lyon, and Brooks. 1-2 and away from Towson. This one chopped to the right side. Good diving stop there from the first baseman, Tyler Cox. But an E1 as Towson will drop the ball. Actually goes towards the bullpen of the Scots. Backing it up is going to be the catcher, Adelgren. So Connor Jelly able to get the on base percentage up as he'll reach via an E1, I guess you'd say receiving error. As you don't see that one every day. As we will give the pitcher the error there. Because that was a great throw from Tyler Cox. Tyler Cox cannot make a better play on that one. A diving stop and then able to throw it back there to first. However, his pitcher not able to receive it there as it went off the end of his glove. And now we'll see Alex Gonzalez come up as the first pitch on the way to Gons will be low and away off the plate. Alex, good night from him last night as he went 1 for 4 with an RBI single against his former squad. See if he can leave the yard here this afternoon. He had 10 homers in the blue and white for the Scots last season. He's got 3 so far for us. As the 1-0 to him on the way. Gon sends one way up in the air. That's going deep center field. That ball's going to carry to the wall, to the track. It's not going to go out as Kenny Mills catches it. Tagging up from second to third with good speeds, Connor Jelly. So now with 1 out here and a runner on third, this is going to bring up the best player in D3, Carter Ballstat. Carter continued his conference hitting streak last night as he went 1 for 4. Has hit safely in all 7 of the Lions conference matchups thus far, as the Lions are 5-2 in conference play. It's Towson. He'll have to pitch in some danger as well now, facing Carter. That'll be a fastball at the shins. As Loudermilk Field will let you know how they feel about that one. No balls and 1 strike. So Jail will stand on third here. Infield and outfield playing way back here. 0-1 on the way. Carter will foul this one back into the net. No ball, 2 strike count now. Carter still batting over 400 on the year, 412. 8 homers, has walked 17 times, also has 37 RBIs. So Towson will come set here, and the pitcher's count 0-2. Delivery on the way. Carter will take that one in the dirt. He'll tell Connor Jelly down there at third to hold up. So Sir Carter able to work back in the count here at 1-2. Good crowd out here to be such a cold day at the Milk Jug. A lot of Piedmont faithful, as well as we do have our Scots from Covenant College. You got a little blue in the crowd here at the Milk Jug. 1-2 on the way. Carter able to get that one off the end of the bat. This will be the second baseman, Graventine. It'll be thrown to first for out number 2. On the play, though, Connor Jelly comes home to score. And an RBI ground out there from Carter Ballstat will make it a 2-1 ball game. So now with 2 outs and the base is empty, here comes Big Country, the cleanup man, Hunter Kane. Hunter on the season, .239 batting average, 4 homers and 14 RBIs. Hunter still getting on base at a good rate of over 400. To be exact, 402. As the first pitch on the way to him there, looked like a fastball that'll miss high. 1-0 count. Hunter not able to get a hit last night. He's went 0 for 4. Looking to change those tides here today. 1-0 delivery to him. Swing and a miss there. The fastball a little bit lower than the first, as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we got a 1-1 count now, 2 outs. Lions still without a hit, but able to bring across a run. Something you always love to see. As the 1-1 on the way. Hunter looked like a fastball just a bit below the knees there and away, as that won't catch the strike zone there. Hunter now working in a hitter's count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tollison back into the windup after Connor Jelly comes home to score. 2-1 on the way. Hunter will take a fastball again, too far out, as the home plate umpire will explain it to us with the hand motion there. So Hunter will move ahead. 3 balls to 1 strike. Maybe Hunter Kane can come unglued on something here, as the center fielder Kenny Mills playing almost at the wall. 3-1 on the way. That one's again, but it's going to be too far outside. Hunter Kane able to draw a 5-pitch walk as he'll stand on first with 2 out, and this will bring up none other than the freshman phenom, Kyle Carlson. Kyle last night able to hit safely as he went 1 for 4. As the Lions only had 1 guy to get multi-hits last night, and that's going to be standing on deck in the form of Grant Olson. Kyle still hitting over 300 in his freshman campaign at .324. First pitch to Kyle will be a fastball. He'll swing under there. 0-1 count now. Carlson with 3 homers and 19 RBIs as well. Also, again, just a great on-base percentage from the freshman, .415. As most of our Lions in the green and gold are able to get on base at a high rate here. 0-1 from Tollison on the way. That one will be a called strike number 2. Not sure if the home plate umpire will tell us too far out or a strike, but he will call it a strike. So now Carlson will fall behind 0-2 here with 2 outs. Hunter Kane on first. Tollison been a bit wild today. Let's see how he'll attack it here on 0-2. Delivery on the way, and again, it'll be a fastball up and away there. Good take from the freshman. 1 ball and 2 strikes now, 2 outs. Designated hitter Hunter Kane over there on first. Lions wearing their new 2022 edition green and gold uniforms. Wearing the high socks today with the stirrups, the green, white, and gold stripes. As Kyle, another good take there, trying to get him bited on the breaking ball. He won't go after it. Now Deuce is wild for the 3rd time here. We're only in the bottom of the 1st inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. 2-1 ball game as the Scots lead. Hunter going to get a lead off of first here. Tyler Cox not exactly holding it on, but it's kind of holding him on here. As a 2-2 on the way. Kyle sends this one up in the air down the first base line. That'll go up and out of play into the forestry there. So we'll do the 2-2 yet again. Carlson fell behind 0-2, able to work it back even. Good AB from him thus far. As again, standing on deck here, if Kyle can reach, first baseman Grant Olson. Tollison looking from the side here, trying to escape this inning with still a 2-1 lead. He'll come set, 2-2 on the way. Kyle sends that one right back up the middle. Kenny Mills playing so deep in center field, he'll have to come up and get it. The throw's going to go to second, cut off by the shortstop Gilbert. Going first to third on the plays, Big Country, and standing at first will be Kyle Carlson. Good piece of hitting there from the freshman to get hit number 1 on the day for the Lions. And now this will bring up the only left-handed bat in the Lions lineup, the first baseman, Grant Olson. Big Gio, 2 for 4 last night. Again, the only line with a multi-hit game. That's moving the batting average up to .343 on the year for him. He'll take one, got a good piece of it. He'll foul it back into the net here. 0-1 count. As Scotty Line in the hole, run out and get that foul tip. McCaleb Harleman, as well as the entire Scots infield, playing in the shift here. So Hunter Kane able to get a few more feet down the third base line. As he's probably about 15 feet off the bag there. creeping on down the line. Grant will take a fastball there away as he'll move it back even at 1 ball and 1 strike. As they're still doing the same thing, Tyler Cox not exactly holding Kyle on, kind of playing straight even with the bag. As Hunter's going to try and mess with the pitcher. There he does. As Tylerson got too much on the top of that breaking ball. Gio a good take there. So Grant Olson gets ahead now. 2 balls and 1 strike. And talk about left-handed hitters. Gio got a little pop in his bat as he might send a ball that could carry out down their right field line. 2-1 on the way. He sends this one out to left center field. Kenny Mills is going to have to get on his horse, but he'll just be backing up Ken Burke in left field as that'll be out number 3. There's the third out there. First hit of the day for the Lions comes off the bat of Kyle Carlson. First run of the day scored by an RBI ground out from Carter Ballstat. Connor Jelly comes home to score. Lions still trail by 1, heading to the second. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Back here, top half of the second inning. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Jake Garner going to begin his second inning of work here as he threw 28 pitches there in the top half of the first inning. Almost had a 1-2-3 inning as a controversial call was made in the balls and strikes area, and that led to 2 runs scoring there for the Scots as Tyler Cox, the first baseman, sends one to the left side. A great diving stop there by Braden Brooks. However, it's too far in the hole. Braden will not make the throw as Tyler Cox will lead us off here with an infield single as he'll stand on first. And this will bring up to the dish the second baseman, Trevor Graventine. Graventine, 189 on the year. So he's hit 2 homers and has 4 RBIs. Double play territory here for the Lions. Big breaking ball there from Jake. Good pitch. 0-1 count now. And Jake kind of getting into the fire here, obviously in his 4th career start. Another deep leadoff single, or deep infield leadoff single, should I say there. As much as an oxymoron as that sounds, as that'll be up and out of the zone, but taking a swing and a miss at that one anyway. It'll be Graventine as it'll move it to the 0-2 count as Braden Brooks out there on the edge of the infield grass. A great diving play, but to no avail, obviously. We'll see if Jake can get a first strikeout of the day here as the 0-2 will be in the dirt and away. Good block there from Jackson Randolph as that'll move our count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Through 1 frame, both teams had 1 hit. Second hit of the day there for the Scots will be standing at first in form of Tyler Cox. 2-1 ball game. They'll actually check on Cox as 25 will tag 25, both the first baseman over there, and Grant Olson and Cox. 1 error there in that first inning was from the pitcher, Zach Towson, who dropped the potential out number 1 throw from Tyler Cox. 1-2 on the way there. Home plate umpire says a little too far outside. That'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like Jakes has been hitting his mark today, or hitting his spots. but not really getting exactly the calls you'd be hoping for. See what he goes to here. 2-2 on the way. This one hits straight up to shoot, as it'll be up and out of play behind us here. We'll do 2-2 for a second time. Defense playing straight up out there in the outfield and the infield. Middle infield playing double play depth, as well as the third baseman, Kyle Carlson. Jake in the stretch here with none out and a 2-2 count. Breaking ball going to be in the dirt. Gets away from Randolph just a bit towards the Covenant dugout. And we'll see yet another full count here, 3-2. Again, top of the second inning, 2-1 ball game. But Caleb Harleman with a 2-out, 2-run double there. Able to bring home both of the Scots runs there in the top of the first. RBI ground out from Carter Ballstat in the bottom half will produce the Lions' only run. And that will be a walk, as Jake will show obviously the disgruntlement with that call, as he'll kind of look in and almost to say, are you kidding me? And now that'll be runners on first and second here, and this will bring up the backstop on today of Harrison Allegren. We didn't see Allegren last night, as on the season thus far he is 203 hitter, 3 homers and 12 RBIs, getting on base at a rate of .321. Allegren will be swinging away here with runners on first and second. Look like a change up there, a little low from Jake. 1-0 count now. And again, Loudermilk Field not been too pleasant here and too pleased with the home plate umpires' balls and strikes called thus far. We're only here at the top of the second inning. Could be a long day. 1-0 on the way. That'll be a fastball there called at the top of the strike zone. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake has walked 4 Scots today. Harvey, Burke, and then obviously Graventine, who stands over there on first. Grant Olson going to play in front of him there on the edge of the infield grass. Kyle Carlson playing on the edge down there at third as well. Big breaking ball. Missed, I'm going to assume, up there, as Jake will fall behind in the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, Garner got really good stuff today. Trying to nibble the corners here, and the corners are just non-existent. Jake will look in for the sign and come set. 2-1 delivery here. This one hits straight up in the air. This will be out in right field. Alex Gonzalez will have his first chance of the afternoon. He'll catch it there for out number 1. Tagging up second to third is going to be Tyler Cox. He's going to slide and get there safely. So now we have runners on first and third here with only 1 away. This will turn over the lineup card and bring up the center fielder, Kenny Mills. Kenny Mills, first time up. He flew out. We could use a double play ball here and get us out of this inning. As again, Tyler Cox will stand on third here. Graventine will stand on first. And Kenny Mills in the right-handed batter's box. Some power from this bat here, but majority of them have been up at Lookout Mountain this year. As Mills hit 5 homers at home, only 1 on the road. There's the first one to him here. This will be smacked down the third base line. 5, 4. Not even going to try and get the double play, as the run will come home to score there. Mills reaches via a fielder's choice. Cox the runner to score there to make it a 3-1 ball game. And now that'll be out number 2 at second. So with only a runner on first now and 2 outs, this will bring up the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert. So Kenny Mills able to reach via fielder's choice and get an RBI there. He'll stand on first. Zeke Gilbert, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out today, as Jake will step off and do his best impression of Tom Brady with the pump fake. As Mills not getting the largest lead over there at first. Hadn't seen too many of these Scots guys try to run this weekend. He'll get a good secondary. Good breaking pitch from Jake. He'll miss a little too far out. A 1-0 count now. Again, Garner has command of his stuff today. I mean, despite what the scoreboard says, obviously a 3-run ball game, we've seen some good stuff from him. Take it off from first is going to be Mills, and he'll be safe. Scotty Lyon, based off his reaction and his reaction only, kind of looked as if he thought he got him. Again, he's got to think he got him. Looked like he did. As a one-hop throw there from Jackson Randolph. Good tag. Looked like Scotty might have got him on the backside there. Nonetheless, it'll be a 2-0 count here with 2 outs. Kenny Mills will get his lead off a second. on a cloudy, dimmerish day. Feeling like 38 degrees out here. As Jake's 2-0 on the way. That'll sit right on the inner third there. As even Zeke Gilbert are not in agreement with the call. As it'll be a 2-ball, 1-strike count now. Got some food out here, food spread on a cold day down the third base line. So Lions fans can grub out while they watch the green and gold. Has a 2-1 on the way from Garner. This one hit out to center field. Carter's going to charge in and then stay back, and he'll catch it there for out number 3. One more comes across here in the top of the second as the Scots lead now 3-1 over your Piedmont Lions. You're listening to Piedmont Baseball here at Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. I'm Brett Loftus here from Louder Milk Field as the Lions trail to the Covenant College Scots. 3-1 here in the home half of the second inning. As we'll see the bottom 3 of the Lions lineup as lead us off the freshman backstop Jackson Randolph. He'll foul one up and out of play down the right field line there. 0-1 count as Zach Towson will begin his second inning of work. As he had one hit, allowed one walk there in the first inning. Is the 0-1 on the way here to Randolph. Randolph will flare one out to shallow center field. It'll get down. Jackson Randolph will lead us off with a single here. As now with a man on first, this will bring up the second baseman, Scotty Line. So Scott will step up to the dish. Having a pretty good conference play. As overall on the year, Scotty hitting .270. 15 RBIs. Scott still looking for that ever so elusive first homer this year. Could use one right here. First pitch on the way to him. That'll sit in the middle of the zone there. 0-1 count. Scott led the team in homers last season with 4. All 4 of those coming in conference play. As the 0-1 on the way to him, he'll foul this one down the first base line, heading for a vehicle, but able to move out of the way almost, the baseball did. As Scott will fall behind here 0-2. Delivery on the way. Scott a swing and a miss at that one. So that'll be a 3-pitch strikeout there and out number 1. So now we're 1 away. This will bring up the sophomore shortstop, Braden Brooks. So Bebo is swinging from the right side here. Jackson Randolph with a leadoff single, still standing over there on first. And actually we're going to see the Scott switch into a shift here for Bebo. So the second baseman, Graventine, is playing right up the middle. Or should I say just behind the second base bag a bit. Kind of to the right of it, but playing almost right behind the second base bag. Shortstop Gilbert playing deep in that hole over there. And then Harleman playing about his regular position over there at third. First pitch to Bebo on away. It'll be a good breaking ball there. Away, Bebo takes a big swing and a miss at that one. No ball, 1 strike count now. Braden still swinging it well thus far, .295 batting average. And his on base percentage just as well as everyone else's, .431, as he's getting on the base at a very good rate thus far. 0-1 on the way to Bebo. That'll be too far inside. Good take there. Even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Standing on deck will be the leadoff man, Connor Jelly, as he was able to come across and score the lone lines run his first time up there in the bottom of the first. Shift still on here. 1-1 on the way. Bebo, another big swing and a miss at that one, up and away. He'll fall behind in the count here, 1-2. We got to see the break in the clouds a little bit last night, see some sunshine. It's not looking to be the same here this afternoon. It's just one of those cloudy, cold days here in northeast Georgian mountains. As Tylerson will come set. His 1-2 delivered home there. Look like a good fastball there, and I'll be too far out. That'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We've seen Braden again, something this team works on, plate discipline. Braden Brooks as a representative of that as well. So he's worked back even in this count. 2-2 delivery from Tylerson on the way. That one almost hits Bebo in the forearm. He's able to move out of the way of that one. So that'll run our count full. 3-2 now with 1 out. Randolph on first. See what Tylerson can do here as he's working in the full count, his first of the day. He'll come set in the stretch. Full count on the way. Bebo gets a hold of that one, sends it down the first base line. It's tailing, and it'll go foul and out of play. So that foul ball, we'll do the full count here yet again with 1 out. Just tuning in with us here. 2-run double there from Caleb Harleman in the top of the first. Was able to bring home 2 runs, and then another run tacked on in the top of the second. South of Scott's lead 3-1. Carter ball set, RBI ground out. South of Lions drew there, 1 run across there at the bottom of the first inning. As a full count delivery to Bebo on the way, as he's again able to send 1 foul up and out of play down the first baseline. As we'll still do the full count with 1 out, and Jackson Randolph standing on first here. If you can't get enough of Lions baseball, we'll have a doubleheader here today. So obviously game 1, and then we'll have game 2. To be done about 30 to 45 minutes after that. So don't go anywhere. As a full count on the way, Bebo will take a fastball up and out of the zone. Good AB there. And now we'll have runners on first and second. 1 away here in the home half of the second. And this will bring up to the dish the leadoff man, Connor Jelly. Jell able to reach via an error his first time around. As this is a good throw from Tyler Cox. Just went off the glove of the pitcher covering Zach Tylerson. And Jell was able to come across and score. See if he can drive one in a gap here. Tie the ball game up here for the Lions. First pitch from Tylerson on the way. Jell gets under that one. It's hit a mile high out in the shallow left center field. Infield fly called there. Catching it anyways will be Gilbert. And that'll be out number 2. So now with 2 outs, runners on first and second. This will bring up to the dish Alex Gonzalez. Gons flew out his first time up. As he flew out all the way to deep center field. Again, just the same as his first time around yesterday. Missed the homer probably by about 5 to 10 feet to the deepest part of the yard. As the first one to him on the way there, almost will hit him in the elbow. Able to move out of the way of that one. 1-0 count now. As Randolph with a leadoff single stands on second. Bebo able to draw a walk, stands on first. Here with 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Alex Gonzalez, the Lions' right fielder. 1-0 delivery on the way. Gons will take a big breaking ball there that'll sit in the zone. That'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex, as you've heard plenty of times this weekend, a former Scott, 4-year player at Covenant, a 2021 graduate there as well. Led the conference with 10 homers and a .300 batting average last season. as the 1-1 on the way to him. He'll send that one a mile up in the air. It'll be in foul territory down the first base line. Will it be called? It will not, as it'll go out of play behind the Covenant dugout, and it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count now. Running so hard after that one with the combination of this 14-mile-per-hour wind, the pitcher, Zach Tolleson, will lose his hat along the way. So he'll pick up a new ball and the hat and step back on the rubber here. See what he can do in a 1-2 count now. Coach Harris down there at third. I know he's eager to be waving Randolph around here if we can get a line drive somewhere. Might just wave Bebo at first as well. Bebo getting himself a big lead over there at first. That's a 1-2 on the way from Tolleson. Good take there from Gons. Gons almost went chasing on it, able to hold back, and that'll make the Deuces wild for the 4th time here in the home half of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here with 2 runners on in the second inning. How about that for the Deuces wild on today? As Tolleson will again come set here. His 2-2 on the way. Gons is swinging a miss at a fastball there. And that'll be out number 3. Randolph reaches via single and then able to reach via walk. Braden Brooks. Line's not able to bring them across as they trail by 2 heading to the 3rd inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Heart of the lineup due up here for the Scots, 3, 4, and 5, as will be led off by the designated hitter Josh Harvey, as Harvey walked his first time around. As Jake Garner back out there for his 3rd inning of work. 46 pitches thrown thus far. As the first one here in the second will be hit into right field. And again, a leadoff single there. Scotty Line fully extended to that one, not able to get to it. Good piece of hitting there from Harvey. As now with a runner on first here, this will bring up the cleanup man, Ken Burke. Burke also able to draw a walk his first time around. As he and Harvey were the 2 guys that come around and score on that McCaleb Harleman 2-run double back there in the first inning. As we got a 3-1 ball game here from the Milk Jug. Burke will take one. Guess it missed high. Not really sure where it missed. 1-0 count now. As Jake will look in here, he'll get the sign from Jackson Randolph. Check over there on first at Harvey, who will get a small lead there. 1-0 on the way. That'll miss up there. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count here, none out. Top of the 3rd inning. As the Piedmont Lions are playing host to the Covenant College Scots. Scots on top here 3-1 in game number 2. Able to win game 1 by a score of 7-3. As this one hit to the left side, Kyle Carlson will go off his glove. Bebo going to try and get it, and cannot get it over to first in time. That should be an infield single. We'll see how it's scored officially there. As this will bring up to the dish the third baseman, Caleb Harleman. So Burke will be credited with a single. So back-to-back very well-placed balls there as Kyle fully extended off of that one, and it goes off the end of his glove. Again, you couldn't hit them any better. You could hit them a lot harder, but you couldn't hit them any better than the first two gentlemen do there of Harvey and Burke for the Scots. And now this will bring up McCaleb Harleman, who will step out and want to sign again from his head coach, Doug Simons, down there in the third base coaching box. As Harleman will step back in here. Again, first time up, as you've heard many times. Harleman, the man who had the 2-out, 2-run double there in the first. First pitch from Jake here. That'll be fouled off there. Good all-speed pitch. That'll be towards the Covenant dugout. Tyler Cox will come out to get that one. This will be no balls and one strike. Get a lot of baseball to be played here, as it's a 3-1 ball game. Lions looking to hang up their first 0 here in the top half of the innings, as Covenant been able to score in every single inning thus far. All-speed pitch hit up and out of play down the first base line, 0-2 count. The Lions looking to string together some offense, as Zach Tolleson has looked pretty good through one full time through the lineup against the Lions. Is the 0-2 from Jake Garner on the way. That'll be a fastball. That'll miss about 2 balls outside, and that'll move our count to 1-2 now. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Scots. For the Lions, 1 run on 2 hits. Been good defensively thus far with no errors. We'll see if that can hold up today, as usually a clean defensive game means a pretty good outcome. As Harleman, he'll take a breaking ball low and away there, as that'll run our count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that's a good take there from the third baseman. As again, these Scots, they've proven to prevail in many of 2-strike counts here. We'll see who'll win on this even count. As a 2-2 on the way, Harleman chops this one out to the shortstop, Brooks. Braden tried to get it out of his glove but couldn't do so, as he lost it on the transfer. All hands are safe, and that will be the first error today there for the Lions in E6. So now with the bases loaded, this will be stepping up to the dish to left-handed right fielder Joseph Reidner. Reidner, his first time around, able to work a very good AB, but inevitably ended up flying out to Scotty Line to end the first inning. So we'll see what he can do here his second time around, pardon me. So end up working an 11-pitch at-bat. As he'll get around on one here, that'll be sent foul down the right field line. 0-1 count now. And again, talk about errors. The errors have seemingly messed up the Lions a good bit this year, as defensively sometimes seems like it's not when you make an error, or excuse me, it's not how you make an error, but it's when you make an error and how many you make in an inning have seemed to kind of mess up the Lions at times this year. That'll be low. That'll even our count up back at 1 ball and 1 strike. As sometimes, you know, when you say the bad seems to get worse, that's what's happened sometimes in innings this year. It's really what happened in that 7th inning last night, as the Lions made an error and then things just continue to unravel after that. You don't want to see that happen here early on in the ball game. Lions still within reaching distance, only a 3-1 lead for the Scots, as that'll be low and inside. And Garner going to fall behind here, 2 balls and 1 strike. And again, we know the Lions can hit. However, defensively in this cold weather and offensively as well, it's hard to pitch and it's hard to hit both when it's sub 40, or it feels sub 40. As a 2-1 on the way from Garner. This will be chopped down the first base line and foul. Jacob will get it back even at 2-2. So we got a 2-2 count now. No outs. Top of the 3rd inning. 3-1 ball game as the Scots lead. Bases are juiced here, as we got Harvey on 3rd, Burke on 2nd, and Harleman on 1st. As in the left-handed batter's box, Joseph Reidner. He's working even count here against the starter, Jake Garner. 2-2 on the way. This one fouled back into the net. We'll do 2-2 yet again. Again, we've seen Reidner. He's been able to fight them off quite a good bit today. Working into some deep counts here. Also running up the pitches. So we'll see what he can do here on 2-2. Defense playing back a good bit out there in the outfield. 2-2 on the way. This one hit to the outfield. It'll go into right field. Alex Gonzalez is going to try and throw one home. It's a good throw, cut off by Grant Olson. Both runners are safe. As coming home to score on the play, it'll be Harvey and Burke. Harleman goes first to third, and that'll be a 2-run single there to make it 5-1 off the bat of Joseph Reidner. And this will bring up the first baseman, Tyler Cox. So just another good piece of hitting that time. And Everly proved to be a hit that time for Reidner as he works again deep in the count here. Able to work up a high pitch AB. Good piece of hitting to the right side of the field. And able to draw 2 more home here for the Scots. Because that'll be hit number 5 in the ball game. And run number 5 comes home to score. 5-1 ball game. First pitch from Jake on the way here. Big breaking ball to Tyler Cox. 1-0 count now. Tyler able to reach via a single his first time up, as he's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Jake will look down and come set to 1-0, sent out to left field. That's going to be up. Harleman's going to come home. Going to second on the play will be Reidner, and that will make it a 6-1 ball game. So the Scots starting to hit them and find some green grass. 3 runs have come across here in the third, and still none out here, as this will bring up the second baseman, Trevor Graventine. Graventine walked his first time around. As we'll see the head coach and pitching coach here, Justin Scally, emerge from the Lions dugout. And we will take a break during this mound visit. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. The second baseman, Trevor Graventine, is going to come up and hit here, as he's got a chance to continue the big inning for the Scots, as they have taken commanding 6-1 lead now, as they brought across 3 runners here in the top of the third inning, as Jake Garner will try to pitch out of this danger. Still runners on first and second here. Reidner on first. Reidner on second, Cox on first. Graventine will try to put down a bunt. It'll go left of the third base line and foul. That'll be an 0-1 count now. Some good hits there from Tyler Cox. He'll get his second hit of the day. As Harvey, Burke able to get a hit. Harleman able to reach via the air. And then Reidner and Cox also able to get hits there. Now the 0-1 against Graventine. This one hit way up in the air out to right field. Alex Gonzalez is going to try and square it up and throw one in. Reidner will not tag. Good throw from Gons. He think Reidner might have been out at third if he would have tagged. Though he'll stay at second. Cox at first, obviously. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the third inning.
At the plate, the catcher number 17, Harrison Adelgren.
Now with a 1 out, this will bring up the backstop of Harrison Adelgren. Adelgren retired via flyout his first time around. Would not be surprised to see Covenant with the top of the lineup looming on deck to try and put a bunt down here and advance those 2 runners. Was getting a bit of sunshine almost coming in from the clouds, off in the distance down the left field foul line. As the first pitch here will be up and out of the zone. 1-0 count now. Reidner out there at second, getting a little off the bag. As Reidner this season, he's got 5 stolen bases, which lead any starter in the Scots lineup here this afternoon. As Jake will look in and come set. 1-0 delivery on the way from him. Big breaking ball there, not able to get on top of it. As that'll be up and out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes now. Seems like the deal with Jake has been today, he's really had his stuff and had it command through 2 innings, but just not getting maybe some calls that should have been called on the outer half of the zone or maybe on the top of the zone have began to get to him, and things have been unraveled here in the third. 2-0 there. You'll see that one up and out of the zone. 3 balls and no strikes now. And again, that's not to make excuses to say that the strike zone has been the issue, the main issue. It has been one of the issues. But again, both teams have had to deal with the home plate umpire. As nonetheless, it has bit the lines first as they surrendered 6 runs, still with only 1 out here in the top of the third in a 6-1 ball game. Jake will step off and pump fake here as he's pitching to a hitter's count as Adelgren is up 3-0. Jake will look in. Obviously here in the stretch with runners on first and second. We'll get time called here as a home plate umpire. So this will be pitch number 70 here from Jake Garner. Again, working in so much danger here has driven up his pitch count early. As it looks like we got an arm down there throwing in the Lions bullpen. This will be hit up and out of play on the 3-0. Cannot tell who that is down there in the Lions bullpen right now. Will be Nathan Boyce getting up to throw here. As Nate, obviously a long reliever here, hopefully can come in and eat some innings if he does have to accept the role here in the top of the third. 3-1 from Jake on the way. That'll miss up and away there. So now with only 1 out, the bases are loaded in the top of the third. 3 runners have already come across. And we'll turn over the lineup card here as this will begin the third time through the Scots lineup. This will bring up to the dish Kenny Mills. Mills able to reach via fielder's choice his last time up and got an RBI ground out. I would assume if Jake is not able to get out of this here, this will be his last batter either way. So presumably you might see Nathan Boyce facing the next guy up, as that will miss up and away here. 1-0 count now. So you got a 1 ball, no strike count here, 1 away. Bases loaded, top of the third inning, and a 6-1 ball game as the Scots lead. 1-0 delivery on the way. That'll be low and away there as Jake will fall behind. 2 balls and no strikes here to the Covenant leadoff man. Two balls and no strikes here. Jake got to fight back here in this inning. 1 out, 2-0 on the way. That's foul tip to the net. As Jake able to fight back this time. 2 balls and 1 strike. As again, the sun really starting to pop out here down the left field line. As we're saying, we're going to get the full sunshine moving into the evening. So, hey, you might have a sunny game too here. That's a positive, right? Looking at the silver lining. Still windy now at 12 miles per hour. And it feels like 36. So it's gotten colder, seemingly, here in Demorest, GA. As Jake will look in for the sign here and come set. His 2-1 on the way will miss outside. So now he's really dealing with some danger here and playing with fire. A 3 ball, 1 strike count here. 1 out. And again, the bases are loaded in this 6-1 ball game. 3-1 on the way. Swinging at ball 4 there, and he knows it is Kenny Mills. So that'll run our count full as he'll foul that one out of play down the first base line. See if Jake can get strikeout number 1 of the day. Big pitch here. He'll come set. Full count on the way. And again, Mills will swing at one that probably would have been ball 4. As he looks like he is in defense mode right now. Full count here and 1 out. He'll step back into the right-handed batter's box. Jake will look in for the sign from Jackson Randolph. Full count pitch here, another big one. 3-2 on the way. And he'll be rung up. A late strike three call. Some cheers from the Piedmont fans and some jeers from the Covenant Scots. As now that'll be with 2 outs, and here comes the 2-0 man, the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert. You know when you get to a point in the game and nobody agrees with the home plate umpire, that is not a good sign for someone. Hopefully it's not the play-by-play man. It's here with 2 outs in the top of the third. As that'll be a called strike there at the knees, all in the outer third. 0-1 count now. And we're only here in the third inning. Still 6 more innings to play. And again, Jake got a big opportunity here get a limit. And granted, Lions are down by 5, but a lot of baseball left to play. As he'll miss with that breaking ball there, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nate has stopped throwing down there in the Piedmont bullpen. So again, same deal. If Jake cannot get out of this inning, we'll see Nate, or presumably we'll see Nate to begin the 4th. If I had to assume there. Don't want to make any assumptions, but that would be my guess. As a 1-1 from Jake on the way. Breaking ball there, not able to get on top of, as that'll miss off the plate in a way. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Here with 2 away in the inning. Base is still loaded here. Seems like those gentlemen have been out there for about a year now. As it'll be Ridner at third, Cox at second, and over there at first, Adelgren. Fouling this one back into the net here. That'll even us up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Zeke Gilbert will make deuces wild for the 5th time here this afternoon. And a 6-1 ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning. As Jake will look in for the sign and come set his 2-2 on the way. Again, fouled back into the net here. Jake getting these Scots chasing some stuff potentially up and out of the zone. So again, with an even count here, 2 outs. See what Garner goes to here. He's been working up and out of the zone, and again got the Scots chasing. Well, maybe he changed the eye level here and try to work down. We'll see. Here comes the 2-2 on the way. This one again fouled off into the net. Looked like that was a fastball in the outer third. As Gilbert didn't miss that one by much. Gilbert has flown out twice here this afternoon. As he's 0 for 2. Again, 3rd time through the Covenant lineup, and we're only in the 3rd inning. Two-two delivery on the way. It's going to be low, below the knees, it is ruled. So this will make this pitch even more interesting here with a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded, so you know what that means. Everyone's in motion. Ridner at third, Cox at second, and over on first, Adelgren. Full count on the way. This one hit right back up the middle into center field. Coming home to score, Ridner. Coming home from second is Cox. He'll get in there safely. Runners at first and second now as Adelgren just stays there. In a 2-out, another 2-run single from Zeke Gilbert. That'll now make it an 8-1 lead. As we'll see, Justin Scally has assumed. Looks like he'll make the call to the bullpen, and this will be the end of the line here for Jake Garner. 8-1, the Scots lead here after this big 5-run top of the 3rd inning. As you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Nathan Boyce into the ball game here for the Lions. Junior right-hander. He'll come in and try to keep the deficit at just 7. 7, yes, that is, as we've seen the Scots put up 8 runs through just 2 2/3 thus far, including the big inning of 5 here in the top of the third. As Nate will come in here and face the left-handed hitting DH, Josh Harvey. As Harvey led us off here in the third, as he'll be the 10th Scot to come to bat. 1-0 pitch. It's going to be in there, or 0-0 pitch was in the dirt to make it 1-0. Jake 2 2/3, 8 runs allowed, 5 of those being earned. Gave up 7 hits, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. 1-0 from Nate is going to be low and get away. Randolph's going to throw it to third. Good job by Kyle Carlson just to keep that in front of him. So both runners are in advance. Now it's second and third here. So it'll be Allergren at third and Gilbert at second. And a 2-0 count. Nate on the year, 9 2/3 innings pitched, 4.66 ERA, strikeout to walk ratio. Nate's got 7 strikeouts to 4 walks. He'll have to come in here, hopefully look to get out number 3 and keep it moving forward, as that'll be low there. Nate is falling behind 3-0 to the left-handed hitting DH Josh Harvey. Harvey having a very good day, as well as the rest of the Scott lineup is, as he's reached twice via a single and a walk, and he scored 2 of those 8 runs. 3-0, Nate right down Broadway there. Good pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike. So boys fighting back here as the sun really beginning to pop out as those clouds separate, and we can see a bit of a blue sky. 3-1 on the way. This one hit out to shortstop. What a play by Braden Brooks. That'll way to end the inning. As 2 Walnut Grove High School teammates in Boyce and Braden Brooks able to end that one. Heading to the bottom of the third. Lions trail by 7. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Welcome back here to Louder Milk Field. I'm Brett Loftus here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Heart of the lineup due up here for the Lions in the home half of the third inning as the Lions trail big time 8-1. Good news is the Lions still have a lot of baseball left here to play as Zach Towson, sophomore right-hander, begin his third inning of work, as he has been in the dugout for quite a while after that 5 spot put up there by the Scots on the top of the third inning. As the sun really shining here on the diamond now. Great play by Bebo there to end that top of the third inning. As the Lions were able to escape that one, Nathan Boyce able to get out number 3. As Carter will take one low at the knees for called strike 1, even us up had 1 ball and 1 strike. Carter was retired via ground out his first time up. RBI ground out, though. As to no one's surprise, he drove in the first run of the game, the only run of the game for the Lions. As again, they trail 8-1. Carter will take one up and out of the zone there, 2 balls and 1 strike. As it'll be Ballstead, obviously here at the plate right now. After him, it'll be Hunter Kane and Kyle Carlson due up here in the inning for the Lions. Tollison back into the windup here. His 2-1 delivery on the way. Carter a swing and a miss at that one, as that'll be a 2-2 count. 2-2 on the way to Carty. He'll send this one down the right field line, up and out of play, foul. And we'll do 2-2 here yet again. Carter had an RBI number 38 on the year that last time up. Still continuing to try and make his case for USA South and Division III Player of the Year. 2-2 on the way to him. Carter swinging a miss under that fastball, lively fastball from Tolleson, and that'll be out number one. Now with one out, this will bring up the cleanup man, Hunter Kane. Hunter able to draw a walk his first time up. We could take a replay of that, as we just need base runners at this point, being down by 7. As 8 runs on 7 hits, 1 error there for the Scots. 1 run on only 2 hits and 1 error for Piedmont, as those 2 hits have came off the bat of Kyle Carlson and Jackson Randolph. As Hunter will take a good breaking ball low and away there for called strike number 1. So at the end of the day, as follows for Gardner: 2 2/3 innings pitch, 8 runs allowed, only 5 of those are earned, 7 hits, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. The 0-1 pitch there, even it back up, a ball low and away to Hunter Kane. 1 ball and 1 strike now. As again, just need to try and claw back here if you're the Lions. It's a long day here, only in the 3rd inning of potentially 18 to play. And what a play there from Tolleson. He'll catch it there as a dribbler right back to him. Good defense from him, and that'll be out number 2.
At the plate, number 27, Kyle Carlson.
Lions can't seem to catch a break, as now with 2 outs, this will bring up Kyle Carlson. Kyle, his first time up, able to get the first hit of the day there for the Lions, as he sent a line drive right back up the middle over the second base back. As the first pitch from Tolleson on the way to him. Kyle with a good take there, as that'll be off the plate and away. 1-0 count now. As odd-looking day here. Very cloudy off in the distance, as you can see on your screen. This sunshine's coming from over the left field foul line. As this one hit over the right field, Kyle's got hit number 2 on the day. Just got to take it opposite field. He's got to round first. He'll get back to first, though. So Kyle, 2 for 2 on the day. Here's a silver lining for you. As a 2-out single, he'll stand on first, and this will bring up the first baseman, Grant Olson. Gio retired via flyout his first time up. Wind still whipping out there towards right field. Again, hate to be redundant and cliche, but as a left-handed hitter, Grant Olson is the man you want up here with the way this wind's been blowing today. A mini shift put on here for Gio. He'll take a ball low and away. 1-0 count now. Kyle Carlson with another multi-hit game, as he's been dealing with a bit of a mini slump for him. Really good stretch for most guys, but a mini slump for Kyle. Getting back multi-hit game on the board here. As Gio take one low and away. 2-0 count now. As with that hit, Kyle's average continuing to move back up, as it's now back up to 337 on the year. It's going to be second best out of all qualified members on the team. 2-0. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. We apologize for those last inning technical difficulties. As the 0-1 from Nathan Boyce to Ken Burke, weaving us up at 1-1 as Jackson Randolph with an RBI single there, able to bring home run number 2 of the day for the Lions as he was able to drive in Kyle Carlson. As a 1-1 on the way there, will be taken low from Burke. 2-1 now. Nate able to record the last out there in the top of the third to stop the bleeding. It's a great play from Braden Brooks. That'll again be low there as Nate will fall behind here 3-1. As the Lions having some multi-hit games now with Carlson and Jackson Randolph. Those two gentlemen have combined for all 4 of the Lions hits today. 3-1 on the way from Nate. This one sent to the left side, and it'll get through that 6-5 hole between Carlson and Brooks for the first hit here in the top of the 4th inning. And hit number 2 on the day for Ken Burke. Now that leadoff single there, that'll bring up McCaleb Harleman. Harleman 1 for 2 with that 2-run double he had back in the first. Also reached Villanera his last time up. First one on the way to him. That's going to be low from Nate. 1-0 count now. So 1 ball, no strike count here. No outs. Burke on first. As he's getting a pretty good lead. Nate will deliver home here, as this will be a breaking ball hit down the first baseline, foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike count now. Again, we do apologize for those technical difficulties there in the last half of the bottom of the third. As the 1-1 will be thrown back there to first. Just to recap that there for you, I think it went out on Grant Olson's AB, so Grant walked. Then Jackson Randolph singled to bring in Kyle Carlson, and then Scotty Lyons struck out there swinging, and that's how we ended the inning. So then obviously back here in the top of the 4th, we got a 1-1 count to McCaleb Harleman. Ken Burke will stand over there on first. No out here in the top of the 4th. Big breaking ball sent way up in the air. This will be out in right field. It'll be shallow. Trying to make a diving stop is Alex Gonzalez. Harleman wasn't going. Carter will pick it up. They'll try to get the force at second, and the ball will go off of Braden Brooks' glove. Looks like Gons may be down out there in right field. We're going to take a break here. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube, as Justin Scally will scurry him off the field. And Alex Gonzalez will stay in the ball game there. Looked like Alex was trying to lay out for that ball, and he might have rolled up on one of his arms. Looks like he's still in a bit of pain out there in right field, but hey, Gons will stay in the ball game. He's a trooper. As the Lions are not able to get a force on that play, as now we got runners at first and second. None out. This will bring up the left-handed right fielder of Joseph Reidner. He'll take a ball in the dirt from Nate there, 1-0 count. So it appears that Aiden Cooney is now up and throwing down there in the Lions bullpen. As the Lions trail by 6 here, 8-2 to the Covenant College Scots. As Covenant has scored in every inning through 3 frames thus far. This one hit out to right field. As Gons will try to get that one. Carter will actually call him off out there in right center field. Carter's going to come up throwing, and with a great arm, that would have gotten Burke by a mile, so he'll stay at second. Obviously, Harlem in at first, and that'll be the first out here in the top half of inning number 4. With 1 out, this will bring up the first baseman at Tyler Cox. He's been the offensive catalyst thus far. Perfect through 2 times around, 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. So this is a guy, seems as if the Lions can get out here, maybe can get in a roll. Obviously, Nate allows 2 base runners here to start the inning, gets a good out there. Still a double play opportunity here to help get the Lions out of the inning. What a beautiful breaking ball there from Mr. Boise Boyce to get that one in the zone. 0-1 count now. Sun really shining now, something I didn't expect we'd see today. As the Lions have been playing in these clouds, maybe the sunshine will bring us some good mojo here. As Nate rocking with no sleeves on a cold day. 0-1 on the way. Big breaking ball. Hit in on the handle. It's in fair territory. Braden Brooks will go get it behind the third base bag in shallow left field for out number 2. So now with 2 outs here, this will bring up to the dish the second baseman, Trevor Graventine. Graventine on the afternoon has flown out and walked through 2 plate appearances. So Nate gets back-to-back outs in the air. Now we'll look to get, we'll take 3 straight outs in the air. However, we can get this out number 3 and hang a 0. As he'll check back at second. First pitch on the way. Missed outside, apparently. 1-0 count now. Nate'll look in and come set. 1-0 delivery on the way. This one hit out to right field. Gons has to move to his left. He's going to get under it, and he'll catch it there for out number 3. So Nathan Boyce gets 3 straight outs in the air, and we'll hang the first 0 on the day here in the top half of the 4th inning. We'll take a crooked number in our half in the bottom of the 4th as the Lions trail by 6, 8-2 here in the 4th. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Braden Bebo Brooks is going to lead us off here in the home half of the 4th inning. That'll be 9-1-2 due up here for the Lions. Zach Tolleson going to begin his 4th inning of work on the bump. Let's see if the Lions can put together a crooked number here and get back in this ball game as they trail 8-2. So it'll be a low ball 1 there, 1-0 count now. Braden able to draw a walk his first time around. On his second plate appearance for him. As a 1-0 on the way. That'll be off the plate there. 2-0 count now. As Bebo will work back ahead. Braden having a good day both in the field and at the plate. As the 2-0 on the way to him. That'll be a little too far in there. 3-0 count now. All you need is base runners to get the line moving here. Covenant has shown a little bit this series that they can make errors, and they're human as anybody else. Then that defensive lineup they have is a 3-0 on the way. That'll hit the zone on the outer half. 3-1 count now. Biggest thing for the Lions, just got to be able to put the ball in play. As they've done that at a pretty good rate today, only struck out 4 times. Been able to force 1 error, 3-1. Bebo able to draw walk number 2 on the day as he'll trot on down to first. Another good plate appearance from him as you'll turn over that lineup card now. 7 up to the dish. It'll be Mr. Connor Jelly. Jill reached via an error his first time up in the bottom of the first and then flew out his second time up. See what Jill can do here to begin our third trip through the Piedmont lineup. As he'll take one, almost catches him in the back knee there, 1-0 count now. It's where they pointing out that all the Lions have on the stirrup pants today. So the Lions are wearing their white pants, green stripe down the side. The old-fashioned stirrup socks. Well, they're not old-fashioned, rather should I say the built-in stirrups there with the green, gold, and white stripes. As they're going to get time called here. As it looks like Tyler Cox thinks a different first baseman's mid over there. As he'll go get one from the Covenant first base dugout. And we will rejoin play here. Ed 1 ball and no strikes. Here, none out in the home half of the 4th inning. There's a 1-0 on the way. That'll catch the outer half, apparently. That'll even us up, add 1 ball and 1 strike. So here, a 1-1 count now against Connor Jelly. Still looking to get his first hit of the day. Taking off is Bebo over there at first. He got a good lead and a good jump, and he'll be safe. There's a ball at the plate as well. We got a 2-1 count now. Bebo able to work us out of a double play opportunity as well and put himself in the lines with a man in scoring position here. Braden will get steal number 11 on the year. As he'll get another good lead off a second here. Jail working in a hitter's count. Coming set is Tollison. 2-1 on the way to Connor. He'll take that one low and away. It'll catch the bottom part of the zone. That'll even us up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Standing on deck here and do a third inning be Alex Gonzalez. As Alex looks to be okay after that scary play in right field in the last half inning. 2-2 from Tollison awaiting. Here it comes. Jelly just able to stay alive and chop this one foul. As we'll do 2-2 again here. Connor got some pop in his bat, but also able to work some good ABs. As when we've seen him this year, always able to work deep into the count. Doing just the same here today. As Tollison will come set. The 2-2 on the way to Gel. Look like Gel might have fouled that one off of himself. As we'll do the 2-2 yet again here. So Connor step back into the right-handed batter's box now. 2-2 to be done for a third time. Bebo will get his lead off a second after still in the bag a few pitches ago. Tollison will look back and come set. Jelly gets that one off the end of the bat, sends it out to second base. Graventine will gather it up, throw it to first for out number 1. As Gel will advance Bebo to third on the play. As we'll advance on the out. So now with 1 away, up to the dish now, it'll be Alex Gonzalez. Gonzo flew out his first time up, struck out his second time up. So we'll see what he can do here his third time around. As Gonzo actually has changed his walk-up song this weekend to Guess Who's Back. There's maybe a sentiment there to the Scots. As the first pitch to him on the way, that'll catch the outer part of the zone. 0-1 count. As Towson will look in here, get the sign and come set. 0-1 on the way. Gons will take this one in the dirt. He'll tell Bebo to stay down there at third as Braden retreats back to the bag. That'll work our count back even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Defense playing deep here. The deepest of them will be Kenny Mills as he's playing probably about 5 feet in front of that warning track, as there's a lot of green grass over the head of the shortstops, over the head of the middle infield, should I say, of the Covenant Scots. As the 1-1 on the way, Gons won't go at chasing on that one, as he'll work back ahead now, 2 balls and 1 strike. A very interesting setup here. It's almost no doubles defense. But if Gons could just float one out there in the center field, he could get a double by how deep that Kenny Mills is playing there. As a 2-1 on the way, Gons will chop this one off foul, as that'll even up our count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Alex working a good count here. Zach Towson, seen him have some good stuff thus far. Only giving up 4 hits. And those have been only spread across 2 different guys, in Kyle Carlson and Jackson Randolph, through 3 1/3 innings pitched thus far. 2-2 to Gons on the way. He'll chop this one to the right side. Tollison will try to tag Gons. Instead, he'll go home. Ball is going to get away. Braden is safe. Gons is going to go to second on the play. That'll actually ring up Gons. I guess they're saying he went out of the baseline. Braden is safe at home, though, so it should be an 8-3 ball game and 2 outs here. And that's what it will be ruled. So an RBI ground out there from Alex to now make it an 8-3 ball game. The Lions have now scored in every inning except for the second. And now we'll see Carter. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out and a strikeout. First one to him on the way. That'll be up and out of the zone. 1-0 count now. An odd play there. Gons trying to avoid the tag as he did go out of the baseline. That's what the first base umpire ruled. 1-0 on the way. Carter a swing and a miss at a fastball there on the outer half. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Kenny Mills has come up a bit out there in center now. He's probably playing about 15 feet in front of the warning track. As they're playing Carter a bit in the shift here, not too much, as that'll be a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. If Carter could hit one down the first base line here and it could roll to the wall, he could probably get it inside the park homer with his speed, as Tyler Cox over there at first is playing probably about 30 feet from off the bag. Is the 2-1 on the way. Carter will take that one low as it'll bounce. He'll work ahead now, 3-1. Loving that Covenant is working with the analytics here in this series. We've seen them put a shift on a few of our guys. Really enjoy watching that. There's a 3-1 on the way. Carter will send one to the left side. He'll beat the shift, as he'll send that one through the 6-5 hole between Gilbert and Harleman for a 2-out single. Carter has now hit safely in 8 consecutive conference games, and that'll be every single one of them so far for the Lions this season. As Carter stands on first, you know he's a dangerous man to steal some bags. 23 he has stolen this season. As now this will bring up to the dish Hunter Kane. Hunter's 0 for 1. He's reached via a walk and grounded out in 2 plate appearances. First one to Hunter will be low and below the zone there. 1-0 count now. Looks like Towson may be tiring. Obviously struggling to hit the strike zone right now. As he'll look in and come set. Carter getting a little jumpy over there at first. Won't go this time. They'll get that one up a little bit there. Hunter will take it. It'll be a called strike 1. Leaving us up at 1 ball and 1 strike here. 2 outs in the home half of the 4th. They'll check on Carter over there Oh, that throw almost go a sailing. Ethan Darrow, our first base coach, might have had to dip out of the way on that one. So will be the 93rd pitch of the day here for Zach Tallison here in the home half of the fourth. As the Lions have worked him, but only gotten 3 runs out of it. As Hunter will take one again low. I think that one spiked at about 59 feet. So Hunter Kane in the hitter's count here. 2 balls and 1 strike. As Tallison creeping towards 100 here. As I just mentioned, that was the 93rd pitch you just saw from him. 2-1 on the way. Carter's taking off. This one chopped to the left side. Harleman's going to have to make a good throw, and he does not, but saved by his first baseman, Tyler Cox, with a good scoop, and that'll be out number 3. An RBI ground out from Alex Gonzalez will bring the 3rd run across on the day for the Lions as they trail 8-3 to the Covenant College Scots. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Lawton here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Nathan Boyce going to be back out there on the bump here for the Lions, as he'll have to face 9-1-2 of the Covenant College Scots here in the top of the 5th inning. Is leading us off. It'll be Harrison Adelgren. Adelgren has walked and flown out through 2 plate appearances thus far. As the first pitch to him here will be low. 1-0 count now. Nate, an inning and a third thus far from him. He's given up 2 hits, has not surrendered a walk, nor has he gotten a strikeout thus far. 4 ground outs from him, or flyouts rather, should I say. As that'll be a called strike there, even up to count at 1-1. Nate into the wind up here, 1-1 on the way. Adelgren will take that breaking ball there, as that'll miss up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nathan's missed a few games being a relief pitcher, has not been on the board, rather should I say, for a few games this season. He's had to battle through some arm injuries. Obviously happy to see him back here this afternoon. Looked good through an inning and a third thus far, so he'll get a foul tip there. That'll even our count back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even the puppy dogs in attendance like that pitch right there, as they're letting us know about it. As Nate back in the windup, 2-2 on the way. Good pitch there, but Adelgren won't go chasing on it. That'll run our count full at 3-2. Nate was all bundled up in hoodies and jackets and everything else, and now out here with no sleeves on, pitching well, as everyone else on the field has them on. 3-2, sent out in the center field. Carter's going to run in, let it one hop in front of him, as that'll be a leadoff single from Adelgren. That'll turn over the lineup card, and that'll bring up the center fielder Kenny Mills. Aiden Cooney still throwing down there in the Lions bullpen. So we'll see if or when he comes in to replace Nate. Obviously, Nate got a chance to get a double play ball here. Kenny Mills will square around a bunt. Nate will miss that one up and away as Mills able to get it back in time. 1-0 count now. Lions down by 5. It's better than being down by 7 as they were there in the top of the 3rd inning, able to bring across 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd and 4th inning, 1 apiece there. Brought the deficit back down to 5. Nate, good breaking ball there to catch the inner half. Even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Lions offense continuing to bring 1 across an inning. If they keep hanging up zeros, that'll add up over time. Good first move. Try and pick off the runner Allegren at first. Not able to get him there. Nate, a good move there from a right-hander. That's Hill looking from the side for Jackson Randolph. And comes set. Nate's 1-1 on the way. It'll be hit out to center field in the air. Carter got to go back in the gap a little bit and try and find it. Instead, Alex Gonzalez will be the one to pick it up in the gap. Alex will throw it back in as he gets that one for out number 1. Allegren stays put at first. So now with 1 out, this will bring up the shortstop Zeke Gilbert. Zeke 1 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs. Sonata comes set here, still in the stretch to face Gilbert. First one on the way to him. Big breaking ball there. Nate will miss away and low. 1-0 count now. Nathan Boyd sitting about 78 to 80 on his fastball there. Just got the word from our radar specialist, Mr. Chaz Crawford. As he'll fire a strike over there to first, try to get Allegren lacking. He will not. As we'll go do the 1-0 count here yet again. So 1 ball, no strikes here, 1 out. Zeke Gilbert up at the dish. He's flown out twice today. 1-0 on the way. Nate looked like a good pitch from him there. A bit low. 2-0 now. And Nathan hasn't walked anybody yet today. The boys just fell behind in a few counts. However, you can look at that 1 or 2 ways. Command has been a little off, but however, been able to work back here when he falls behind. So that's always a good sign. 2-0 on the way. There you see it again as he'll throw one at the knees there over the plate. 2-1 count now. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. 1 away in the inning here in the top of the 5th. So the Lions trail the Scots 8-3. Runner on first, Allegren. As the 2-1 on the way. That one's going to be foul tipped there. That'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So they get a look in. American flag out there in right center, getting to move a bit more. And coming set. Our 2-2 on the way. Nate will get that one off the end of the bat. 4, 6, 3. No, not able to get it at first. As it looked like Grant Olson couldn't make the scoop on that one as Bebo spiked to throw there. So they will get the force at second as that'll be out number 2. As not the best of throws there from Braden Brooks. And Grant Olson not able to make the scoop. So standing on first there will be Zeke Gilbert. This will bring up to the dish the left-handing DH, Josh Harvey. Harvey, who's 1 for 2 on the day, also has reached field walk and has scored 2 of those 8 runs. So Harvey will hit it from the left side now. See what he can do. His 4th plate appearance here. That one almost hit him there. Breaking ball low and in. 1-0 count now. So 1 ball, no strikes here. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. As Nate looks tries to hang his 2nd straight 0 here. As he's got 2 outs. 1-0 on the way to Harvey. That'll be low and away there. Too low. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Defense playing straight up here. As the Lions usually don't use a shift. As we've seen multiple times today from the Scots, they've shifted a few of the Lions batters, both left and right-handed. 2-0 on the way. This one head out to Scott at second. He'll gather it up, throw it to first, and that'll be out number 3. Nathan Boyce has come in here and locked them down as he'll hang up back-to-back zeros. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, the Lions trail by 5. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Lions trail by 5 as Nathan Boyce has been able to hold the Scots scoreless since he came in the ball game. Let's produce some runs. Here's 5-6-7 coming up. Kyle Carlson, who's got 2 hits on the day, will hit one out to the shortstop Gilbert there, and that'll be a 6-3 put out here on the first pitch of the inning. And that'll be out number 1 as this will bring up Grant Olson. Zach Tollison will look to qualify for the win here if he can get out of this inning with a lead, as he's got a 5-run lead here. That was pitch number 95 on the day for him. So more than likely he will eclipse the 100-pitch mark here in this half inning. As a shift on for Grant Olson. Grant will chop this one down the right side. It'll be behind the first base bag. Maybe he won't, as they'll step on first there. 2 pitches and 2 outs for the Scouts. As now coming up to this, it'll be the freshman backstop of Jackson Randolph. Randy 2 for 2 on the day. He's also got an RBI. Jackson has had one of his best hitting days he's ever had here at the Loudermilk Field. And early on in his career, so he'll take a first pitch strike. 0-1 count now. So we won't see a 3-pitch inning there. That's always good. As Tollison back into the windup. His 0-1 on the way. Might see a 4-pitch one. No! Jackson Randolph stays perfect on today. As Graventine laid out for that one at second, not able to get it there. Jackson Randolph, how about them apples? 3 for 3 on today. As he'll stand at first. And this will bring up a pinch hitter here for the second baseman, Scotty Lyon, as this will bring up Jack Gilsonen. As we'll see Gilly pitch hit here. So Gilson will pitch hit here. Presumably we'll see him at second as well, as Randolph will get his lead off of first. Gilly hitting, or should I say Gilly 5 for 26 on the season thus far. And it's still warming up for him as we're moving into mid-year. As Tollison will come set in the stretch here. Randolph dancing over there at first. Gilly will take a first pitch ball off the plate there. 1-0 count now. That's pitch number 99 there for Tollison. He'll hit triple digits here as he'll come set. 1-0 there, and pitch 100 is going to spike at 58 feet. Potentially that fatigue showing through there. 2 balls and no strikes. So it may be a question of how long will you let him go? Obviously, you want to see him get the win if you're the Scots here, referring to Zach Tollison. That's his 2-0 on the way. Gilly will take that one, move to 3-0. However, you don't want to surrender a 2-out rally and let the Lions get back in it. As for us Piedmont faithful, obviously would love to see a 2-out rally here. Tollison, again, the fatigue showing through here. This will be pitch 102, 3-0 on the way. He's able to still hit the zone with that one, as that'll that'll hit the outer third. 3-1 now. So 3 balls and 1 strike here, 2 outs. Jackson Randolph over there on first. 3 for 3 on the afternoon. 3-1 on the way. Gilly will take that one in the dirt. Good AB. He works there. So he'll walk on down to first. Runners on first and second. And bring it up to the dish will be Braden Brooks. Speaking of walks, Bebo has specialized in that today, as he's drawn 2 in 2 plate appearances thus far. So we got 2 outs here. I hadn't wanted to pitch to Bebo yet, but I'd assume you don't want to walk the bases loaded here. So we'll see what Brady can do here with 2 outs and runners on first and second. First one on the way to him. He'll chop it down the third base line. Foul, as Coach Harris kind of has to skip out of the way of that one. Be 0-1 count now. No balls, 1 strike here, 2 outs. 8 runs on 10 hits, 1 error there for the Scots. For your Lions, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. As half of those hits have come from the freshman backstop, Jackson Randolph, 3 for 3 on the day as he stands on second. 0-1 on the way. Big breaking ball there. It'll sit at the knees. As Bebo falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes now. Tollison worked really. We've seen him fastball. Maybe it looked like a cutter action in that big slider today is what we've seen. What will he go to here on the 0-2 pitch? So he'll come set. Went with that slider yet again, as that'll miss away and off the plate. Maybe too close to take there on 0-2. Nonetheless, Bebo will work it here 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 2 outs. A mini shift on for Bebo as they're playing to the left in the infield. 1-2, he'll send it up in the air out to right field. They were playing him shallow. Ridner have to ride back. He can't find it. Randolph will come home to score, as well as Gilsonen. And Braden Brooks with a 2-out, 2-run double. The Lions are back in at 8-5. Braden Brooks having a great game right there. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you just put the ball in play. Obviously the shade and the cloud moving all about right now. And Ridner out there in right field just got a little twisted and turned around. And Braden, with the help of the win there, with a 2-out, 2-run double as he stands on second, as Connor Jelly's got a chance to continue this 2-out rally here, as he'll take one up and away there. 1-0 count now. This is why I questioned moments ago, how long do you leave Zach Tollison in there, as he's working up close now to 110 pitches. This will be pitch 108 right here. As the 1-0 on the way, Jell able to fight that one off. Even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jelly, as will begin the 4th time through the Lions lineup. He's 0 for 3 today, has reached V in error, and then his other 2 at-bats grounded out and flown out. The 1-1 from Tollison as he comes set. Here comes the delivery. Bebo takes off, and the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert, have to make the play. Kind of long-armed it a little bit, but they'll still get Jelly at first for out number 3. Braden Brooks brings the Lions back within 3 as they trail 8-5 with his 2-out, 2-run double. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Nathan Boyce going to go back out there on the mound as he will begin his 4th inning of work. Here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. He'll face Ken Burke, who will take a first pitch ball here. 1-0 count now. 4, 5, and 6 to up an inning for the Covenant College Scots. .1-0 from Nate on the way. That'll catch the outer third there. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Nate 2 1/3 for him thus far. As I assume if he can get these 3 outs in this inning, turn over the ball to somebody else. Like an awfully good breaking ball right there from Nate. Ruled a ball, 2-1. Burke on the afternoon, 2 for 2. 2 runs scored and has drawn a walk. 2-1 from Nate, going to be up and out of the zone. Nate will pat his chest as if to say, my bad. It's a 3-1 count now. Boyce yet to surrender a walk yet. And just as we say that, that'll be the first of the day. Maybe Nate potentially showing some fatigue there. As at least he's not short-arming it, just kind of missing high there. As now he'll have to deal with the runner on first and Burke, and this will bring up the third baseman, McCaleb Harleman. Harleman 2 for 3 on the day. So he's got 2 RBIs, both from that double back in the first inning. First pitch on the way to him. He'll get it off the end of the bat, and that wasn't hit very hard at all, but it does squirmer in the right field. Advancing to second is Burke. That's where he'll stay. Now runners on first and second here. And Nate will have to deal with the right fielder, Joseph Reidner. Also defensively at shortstop will be Jack Gilsonen. It's Coach Scally. He'll appear out of the Lions dugout and call time. See if he'll make the move to the bullpen here. He has not pointed out that way yet, and then now he does. Looks to be the end of the line from Nathan Boyce. Came in and did his job. Boise 2 1/3 done from him. We'll see who'll come in and pitch next here as you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. It indeed will be Mr. Aiden Cooney. He will try to come in here and hang up a third straight 0 for the Lions here in the top half of the 6th inning as the end of the day for Nathan will be 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits he allowed, there, and a walk, as we'll get back to that in a minute. Sacrifice bunt put down. Cooney throws a strike to first as the job will be done here by Reidner. His advancing to second and third will be Harleman and Burke. And now up to the dish will be the first baseman, Tyler Cox. He'll hit with 1 out and 2 runners in scoring position. As again, Boise 2 1/3, 4 hits he allowed, 1 walk. Didn't strike anybody out, but also none runs allowed nor earned. However, the 2 runners on base right now both belong to him. As Cooney will come in here, 10 1/3 innings pitched now on the year. As that one will be in the dirt now. Randolph able to keep in front of him, 1-0 count. As Cooney 8 strikeouts to 6 walks. ERA a bit higher than you'd like it to be, up in the 9s. However, Cooney's got very good stuff when he's on. As he'll get out number 1 there off that bunt. Now 1-0 here. This one hit in the air. Tyler Cox sends one out to center field. Carter going to have to time one up and throw it back in. Harleman will not tag up second to third. Tagging up from home will be Ken Burke. So that'll be a sac fly and an RBI as the Scots will take a 9-5 lead.
Now batting number 8, Trevor Gravity.
So now with 2 outs here, Harleman on second. Up to the dish now will be the second baseman, Trevor Graventine. Graventine 0 for 2 on the day. He's drew a walk and flied out twice. Cooney, good fastball there. No balls and 1 strike here. Biggest thing for Hayden we've seen this year, when he's got his command, he's about as good as it gets. And obviously when he doesn't have it, you kind of don't know what you're going to get. So he looks good thus far here. As he'll come set in the stretch, his 0-1 on the way. Good breaking ball. Threw that one so hard, and with the wind combination, Cooney's hat will actually go about 5 feet to the left of the mound. He'll go pick that one up, and he'll work with a 1-ball, 1-strike count here. Aiden will look in and come set. They'll turn around and throw it back to second. Jack Gilson was not covering the bag. As Cooney didn't throw it to the bag, fortunately, he threw it straight to Gilson. So able to keep Harleman at second there, as he'll stand there and obviously facing Graventine at the plate. Step back in the right-handed batter's box. Aiden will look in and come set. The 1-1 from Cooney. It will be a fastball that misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Aiden got a pretty good fastball, so he'll sit about mid-80s. He's also got some good all-speed stuff as well. Again, when he's got command of his fastball, usually the all-speed stuff complements pretty well. As you'll see a check swing there. It looked as if Graventine might have went as that pitch went off the catcher's mitt. Graventine did go indeed, as the appeal down to second base umpire says so. So that'll even our count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. As Deuce is wild yet again, as this will be the 7th time here today. So on the pitch there, a pass ball. Harleman does advance up to third. Cooney, great breaking ball there. Ring him up! Aiden Cooney come in and lock him down. As Covenant gets 1, but the lead is still within reaching distance here, 9-5. Heading to the bottom of the 6th, you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Welcome back here, Lions Baseball on Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus from Louder Milkfield. Aaron Northcutt, the junior right-hander, is going to be our new pitcher here for the Scots. Into the line for the starter, Zach Tallison. 5 innings pitched, 5 runs allowed, 4 of those being earned. Give up 7 hits, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Back to Northcutt. Northcutt so far this season, He's been a sometime starter. He started 6 games for Covenant this year. He's made 9 appearances, 0-4 in 4 decisions, and 8.73 ERA in 33 innings pitched. And guess who's back indeed? As the 2, 3, 4 guys will be due up here. As leading us off will be Alex Gonzalez. As Northcutt, he'll be pitching out of the windup here. As that'll squirmer between the backstops mitt there of Harrison Algren. 1-0 count. Gons 0 for 3 today with a strikeout, a ground out, and a flyout. He'll take that one up and away there. That'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Back into the windup, Northcutt goes. 1-1 on the way. Gons hits this one a mile high, so it'll be fouled out of play behind us. As Northcutt will work ahead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Alex behind here. See what Northcutt goes to on a 1 and 2. Into the windup he goes. This one will spike very badly at about 56 feet. So that'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 and 2 now. No outs. Northcutt already ready, about to go. Settled in on the rubber. As Gons back in the batter's box. Northcutt into the windup. 2-2 delivery on the way. Gons will take that one in the dirt here yet again. They run us full. 9 runs, should I say, on 11 hits, 1 error for the Scouts. For your Lions, 5 runs on 7 hits, 1 error in this 9-5 ball game. Full count on the way. Gons will take that one in the dirt. So Alex will work himself a walk as he'll trot on down to first. And up to the dish, it'll be Sir Carter ball step. Carter's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He had an RBI ground out his first time around. Then he struck out. And then he had a single his last time up to extend his conference hitting streak to 8 ball games. Northcutt out of the stretch for the first time today. His first one to Carter. That'll almost catch him there on the elbow guard. 1-0 count now. As Gons, don't sleep on his speed over there at first, as he's got 10 stolen bases this season. 1-0 on the way to Carter. Look like a slider there. That'll sit in the zone, even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Clouds have separated a bit. I think it is the definition of partly cloudy, partly sunny. As the 1-1 on the way, that'll spike in the dirt. A great play there by Algren to keep it in front of him, though, using every bit of that all-star chest protector he's got on. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind has settled down for a moment here. We had too many of those today. As we'll see Northcutt, 2-1 delivery to Carter Ballstad. That'll spike and get away from Algren. As Gons will be in at second, standing up. And Carter in a hitter's count now at 3-1. This is a good start to the inning for the Lions. As Gons walked, now he's at second due to a wild pitch. And then Carter, one of the most dangerous hitters in the United States, in the 3-1 count. And he'll walk as well. So he'll take one off the plate. Back-to-back walks for Aaron Northcutt. I'm sure that's not how he wanted it to go. And now coming up to the dish, big country, Hunter Kane. Hunter is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk as well. He's also grounded out twice. As Hunter has a chance to get that run back that the Lions surrendered in the top of the 6th here, and potentially more. As the Lions have been playing catch-up this entire game. They've done a good job at it, scoring in every inning except for the second. Hunter, he was trying to hit that one down to Atlanta, as he'll swing and miss under that one, as that'll be an 0-1 count. And Hunter can't hit him that far. He's not able to connect there. If he could connect one right here, make it a 1-run ball game. 0-1 is going to be a pump fake there, as Northcutt will step off and look Gons back at second. So we got a no ball, 1 strike count here. Gons stands on second. Carter Ballstad at first. Coming set is Northcutt. 0-1. That'll get through his legs. Carter and Gons both advance up to second and third. Adelgren thought he had it in his mid and went all the way to the backstop. Things are getting interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 1-ball, 1-strike count here in the home half of the 6th. No outs. Ballstat stands on second. Alex Gonzalez on third. And Mr. Hunter Kane with an even count now of 1-1. Aaron Northcutt coming in and has had some shaky command here. Will this plague him in the Scouts in the end? We'll see. 1-1 on the way to Hunter. Again in the dirt. Adelgren makes a great play to keep it in front of him that time. As now, if another pass ball or wild pitch happens, potentially dealing with a run coming home to score here. As Northcutt will look in and come set. 2-1 on the way. That'll be too far outside, says the home plate umpire. 3 balls and 1 strike. So again, hitter's count here for a man with a lot of power, Hunter Kane. 3-1 on the way to him. He'll take one low and away, and Northcutt has walked the bases loaded. How about that? Bases loaded, no outs, and a man who's 2 for 3 today coming up to the dish with the bases loaded. Looks like we're going to get a mound visit here. Let's just paint the picture. Alex Gonzalez able to work a good first plate appearance to start the inning. He walked. Carter, same deal with him, also able to walk. And just in the days of 3, it almost seems like, Hunter Kane also able to draw the 3rd consecutive walk. Kyle's done really good today. Obviously, a lot of these guys the past few days, few weeks, few series, they've been able to drive the ball up into the air. And unless that's leaving the yard, it's really not doing too much. What Kyle's done today is what you teach your child to do from a very young age as soon as they pick up a baseball bat. Line drive, line drive, line drive. Kyle's done that very good today, and we could just use a repeat of that right here, and that'd bring home more than likely 2 runs. Down by 4. Lions had the bases loaded and none out. Kyle is going to be the potential tying run up to the dish right here. Going to have a lone mound visit here. I think they're just trying to buy time for their bullpen. As we'll see the pitching coach exit off the diamond. As Doug Simon's the head coach for the Scots. He's joined by assistant coaches Paul Phillips, Scott Wedded, and Ross Skipper. And now we'll see KC 2-7 up to the dish. Kyle 2 for 3, as we mentioned, with 2 singles today and a run scored. And again, Kyle has been able to put the ball in play, obviously, all 3 times, 2 of those resulting in hits. Hard hit line drives. Just need another one of those here. Center fielder Mills playing way over to his left and right center field. Kyle sending one to the left side. It'll get into left field. Gonzalez comes home to score. Carter comes home to score. And Kyle Carlson makes it a 2-run ball game. You cannot stop the freshman. He's 3 for 4 today and tackled 2 RBIs for him. As now coming up to the dish, it'll be Grant Olson. Never count these lines out. As Gio steps up to the dish, we'll have a pitching change as Doug Simons emerges from the coveted Scott dugout. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Gio's coming up here with a chance to potentially tie up the ball game. Our new pitcher is going to be the sophomore left-hander, Austin Clark. Gio's going to square around and bunt. Cannot get it down, as it'll be foul tip to the backstop. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. As Northcutt won't even get an out. 2 earned runs from him. Both of the runners on will also belong to him, as he gave up 1 hit and walked 3. As the big hit from Kyle Carlson able to bring in 2 there. Lefty-lefty matchup. 0-1. Gio takes it up and out of the zone, even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Austin Clark, 11 2/3 from him this season, 8.49 ERA, as he has 7 strikeouts to 8 walks. So a big ERA from him. Hopefully the Lions can make it grow even more. 1-1 on the way. Gio will take one. Look to be off the plate. Good frame job there from Adelgren. That'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count now. The sun continues to move out of the way here, as it's still partly cloudy, but the clouds have really emerged about over 75% of the field. Gio will swing and miss at that one. That'll be out number 1. Still what you need on the base paths. Tying run is at first in form of Kyle Carlson. And this will bring up to the dish Jackson Randolph. Randy, perfect on the day, as he's 3 for 3. He had an RBI his last time up, has also scored a run. It'll be Randolph here, and on deck it is Jack Gilsonen. First pitch to Randy. He'll send this one down the first base line. It'll go fouling out of play into the Covenant bullpen. As the Lions put up back-to-back 2 spots here. They scored 1 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the bottom of the third, 1 in the bottom of the fourth, and then 2 in the fifth and 2 here in the sixth. That's how they've got 7 runs, as the Scots have done it a bit differently. As the 0-1 from Clark on the way. Randolph takes this one in the dirt. Hunter Kane hustling down to third, and Carlson will go to second. As both runners advance up, that takes away your conventional double play opportunity, and that'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As for the Scots, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 there in the third, which has been what has plagued the Lions here this afternoon, and then 1 in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 on the way from Clark. Randolph, a swing and a miss at that one, as we'll fall behind here. 1 ball and 2 strikes here. 1 out. Lefty-righty matchup. Randolph got a lot up the middle here. A lot of green grass up the middle if he wants it. 1-2 on the way. Randolph, just a good piece of hitting there to fight that one off. We'll do 1 and 2 here yet again. This freshman having his best offensive day here at the Milk Jug. 3 for 3. We'll see what he can do it in and make it 4 for 4. Clark will come set. Big pitch on the way here. 1-2 on the way. Randolph sends one out to deep left field. It'll get hit by wind. And, Mills almost misjudged it a little bit. Big Country's hustling home from third, and he'll come in and score run number 8 on the day. It's a 1-run ball game. Jackson Randolph might have got me a little bit there. He barreled it up, but it hit some wind out there up in the air and knocked it down. Still a good piece of hitting. As he's got a sac fly and RBI number 2 on the day. And now Jack Gilsonen's got a chance to drive in a run here. He walked his first time up as he came in to pinch hit and play for Scotty Line. As Carlson will get a lead off a second. 2 outs here. Home half of the 6th inning. As Clark will look in and come set. Gilly going to try and bunt one down. He puts it up in the air, and it'll hit the net foul. 0-1 count now. As a sophomore left-hander, Austin Clark was thrown into the fire. He's helped limit here a little bit. As Clark will look in here and come set. 0-1 on the way. Gilly swinging a miss there like a good changeup from Clark. 0-2 count now. Gilson ain't got a chance to tie it up. Lions have made it a 1-run ball game here in this inning. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. 0-2 from Clark on the way. Gilson chased at that one, and he'll be a strikeout victim there for out number 3. Still 3 runs come across here in the home half of the 6th. Aiden Cooney coming back out to pitch the 7th. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Aiden Cooney back out here for his 2nd inning of work, as he'll have to face, trying to figure out who he'll have to face. 9-1-2 is who he'll be facing here, pardon me, as he'll face the backstop for the Scots, the 9-hole hitter Harrison Adelgren, as he'll chop one down the third baseline foul. Even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. As it'll be Adelgren, Mills, and Gilbert. One on the way. Cooney will miss high and away there. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Again, Aiden showed some good command there his first inning of work. Look to see much of the same here, and we'll go into the 7th inning stretch and see if the Lions can finally take the lead for the first time today, as they're down by 1 right now. Cooney going to fall behind the Adelgren. 3 balls and 1 strike right here. Adelgren, who's 1 for 2 on the day, he's also reached via a walk and flown out once as well. American flag continuing to whip out there in the wind. Sun has been covered up by the cloudy sky. 3-1 on the way. This one hit a mile in the air down the left field line. That ball is going to carry foul, as Adelgren got around on that one pretty well. Instead, that'll run our count full at 3-2. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count here. None out, leading us off. Big first out looming here. Cooney will come set, full count delivery. This one hit right back up the middle. Was it hit too hard? It was. As that one will hang up long enough for Carter to catch it in center field for out number 1. So with 1 out, that'll flip over the lineup. And up to the dish here, it'll be Kenny Mills. Mills is hitless from that leadoff spot today, 0 for 4, has produced an RBI ground out. He's also struck out looking once as well. So this will be the 5th time through the Covenant lineup. As Aiden's first pitch to Mills will miss away and off the plate from the right-handed hitter. A 1-0 count now. Here comes our sun again, just as I said it was going. It's been a weird day as far as the weather goes, as that one will be a called strike there, low and away. Even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Did they win? That'll be a called strike number 2 there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Men's lacrosse able to come out victorious over William Peace University, 12-5. over at the Walker Athletic Complex. 1-2 on the way there. This one hit on the ground, back up the middle. Braden Brooks tried to get a diving stop there. Hit a little bit too hard from Kenny Mills, as he'll get hit number 1 on his day. As that was a good hit back up the middle. Bebo laid out all 5 foot 10 inches of him, couldn't get to that one. As now with one out up to the dish, it'll be Zeke Gilbert. Gilbert 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs on the day. Justin Scally will emerge from the Lions dugout here, as we'll see if this is just a pitching change. Or excuse me, if this is just a mound visit or if it will be inevitably a pitching change. It will be a pitching change as we'll take a break here with one out in the top of the 7th as the Lions trail by 1 to the visiting Covenant College Scots. You're listening to Lions Baseball here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Harrison Trawick in the pitch here for the Lions. As obviously the end of the day there for Aiden Cooney. Aiden came in and just like Nathan Boyce before him, able to come in and do his job. Cooney inning in the 3rd, only surrendered 1 hit, no walks, and 1 strikeout. As the first pitch from Trawick on the way there, a ball. As I'm assuming that missed low. As he got a 1-0 count, as he'll be facing Zeke Gilbert. Trawick on the year, 2.84 ERA, very good, 12 2/3 innings pitched, and a 7 strikeout to 4 walk ratio. He'll check on the runner over there at first. Good scoop by Grant Olson to keep it in front of him. Again, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner over there on first will belong to Aiden Cooney. As if we can get a double play ball up the middle, we won't have to worry about any of it. As the Lions trail by 1 here, 9-8 in the 7th. 1-0 on the way, hit to Kyle Carlson. It'll scoot up him. He's still got to play it first. He'll get it over there and get out number 2. Good play by Kyle to recover there. Played it off of his body. And again, sometimes those balls take weird hops on you. At least you're able to get one. As Carlson able to do so there. So Kyle with the 5-3 put out to get out number 2. As standing on second, will be Kenny Mills. And this will bring up the left-handed DH, Josh Harvey. Harvey on the day, 1 for 3, has scored 2 runs as well. He's got a chance here to help extend the Covenant lead. Here's Harrison Trawick will step off here and pump fake. Obviously, Harry trying to negate any of that. As the first one on the way to Harvey. Big slider from Harry. His number 1 pitch, as that'll be low and inside there. 1-0 count now. So we got 1 ball, no strikes here, 2 outs. 9 runs on 12 hits, 1 error for Covenant. For the Lions, 8 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Wind picking up just a bit out there. 1-0 on the way. As Harry will throw a fastball there. That'll miss low. 2 balls and no strikes now. So we got a 2-0 count now. Two outs here. Righty-lefty matchup between Trawick and Harvey. As Harry will check back at second twice. 2-0 delivery home. That'll be low yet again here as Harry has worked deep into a hitter's count. 3 balls and no strikes. We got some guys still moving up and around in that bullpen as Justin Scally would just go ahead and intentionally walk Harvey. So Harvey on down to first. This will bring up the left fielder, Ken Burke. Burke, who is 2 for 2, has scored 3 runs. He's not been retired yet as he's got 2 hits and then has walked twice in his other 2 plate appearances. So he's reached base safely 4 times today. As Justin Scally will again emerge from the dugout there. As Justin Manis is warming up down there in the Lions bullpen. As I think this will just be a mound visit between Trawick and Scally. Getting runners on first and second here. Lions only down by 1. As able to get that out number 2 there as Kyle Carlson played it off his chest over to first. 9-8 ball game. It's been a whirlwind of emotions here for the Lions fans and the Scott fans. Obviously going up big early for the Scots, 8-1 in the 3rd inning. And since then, the Lions have been able to outscore the Scots 7-1 in the remaining innings after that. And then here we are in the 7th. Scott's still winning the overall battle, or winning the war, as the Lions have been able to win some battles here. Who will win the war here in game number 2 of this 3-game set? Don't forget, we do have a doubleheader today. Pardon me there, our camera actually went out as we got a full count here. 3-2 for Trawick with 2 outs. As a full count on the way. Able to fight that one off. And again, we apologize for the technical difficulties as our camera has went out twice today. Able to get it back up and moving though. As we had I'm not sure when it exactly cut out for you at home, but we had a wild pitch there. Both runners advanced to second and third. Now Harrison Trawick is dealing with a 3-ball, 2-strike count here with 2 outs against Burke. This one hit back up the middle. Jack Gilson and plays it in the air. Harrison Trawick able to hang up a 0, and we're going to the 7th inning stretch, still trailing by 1. You're listening to Lions Baseball here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Nine, 1, and 2 due up here for the Lions in the home half of the 7th inning. As leading us off, it'll be the sophomore shortstop, Braden Brooks. Bebo has not been retired yet today, as he's got a 2-run double his last time up and then had 2 walks in his other 2 plate appearances. First pitch on the way here. Bebo send one up to shoot. Down the first base line, Tyler Cox trying to find it, and he will catch it. Good play by the first baseman to make it in foul territory for out number 1. That's the sophomore Austin Clark, the left-hander, still in the ball game here. And still get out number 1, so now with 1 away, this will bring up the designated hitter, the left fielder, Connor Jelly. Jelly has DH'd a few times this year, playing in left today, 0 for 4 as he's reached via an error. His first time around, been retired 3 straight times since then. See if he's got a hit in him here. First pitch on the way from Clark. That'll be a called strike there. 0-1 count now. Clark will look in and come set. His 0-1 on the way. That'll roll it to the plate like a bowling ball, as that'll even us up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And again, our game 2 set to begin here initially at 5 p.m. With it being close to 4 o'clock right now Eastern Standard Time, I assume that our game 2 will more than likely get underway a little bit after 5. 1-1 on the way. Jail will take that one up and away, as that'll move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike now. So you got 2-1 count here, 1 out. Jail back in a hitter's count here. Alex Gonzalez due up next. Sun beginning to peek through here yet again. As the 2-1 on the way. Jail sends one out to deep center field. Going back, Kenny Mills. That ball's traveling. It's going. Kenny Mills. Great play, as he's going to make the play right in front of the wall. Jail got good contact. Pardon us there. I think our camera went out again, as that was 3 up, 3 down there for the Lions. Heading to the 8th, you're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Justin Manis in the ball game now, as he'll have to face the 5, 6, 7 batters here in the Covenant lineup. As the first pitch will be on the way here to McCaleb Harleman, who will take it 1-0 count now. Harleman 3 for 4 on the day. 1-0 count. 1-0 delivery here. That'll be taken on, and that'll be a called strike 1 there. 1 ball, 1 strike count now. Harrison Trawick, 2/3 inning for him. He had 1 walk, but able to come out of there cleanly. And then here we'll see Manis. As Manis gets slider there, that'll be fouled back into the net. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Manis on a year, 4 innings pitch for him. He was coming back from some arm surgery here. And 6.75 overall ERA, 0 ERA in conference play. As 1 and 2 on the way, that slider will miss quite a bit off the plate there. Even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In conference play, Manis, 2 innings pitched from him and 2 appearances and a clean 0 ERA. So we'll see what he can do here in his 3rd appearance in conference play. He'll get strikeout number 1 there on a beautiful slider. And that'll be out number 1 as well. So with 1 out here, this will bring up the left-handed hitting right fielder Joseph Reidner. As Reidner steps up to the dish, he's 1 for 3 here. Again, we apologize there. Camera going out in that last half inning. 1-2-3, the Lions win. As Braden Brooks popped out in foul territory. And then Connor Jelly hit 1 all the way out there to the wall in right center field. And then Alex Gonzalez also retired, so 3 up and 3 down. Hard to line up, be due up in the bottom half of the 8th. As Manis will miss 2 arm side there away and off the plate to Reidner. 2 ball, no strike count now. Manis will come set. 2-0 delivery on the way. That'll miss up. 3-0 now. It's been snowing a bit here as reports we've gotten in. Little flurries. Obviously not anything to stick with it being a bit too warm for that. But on this cold day here in Demorest, seen some flurries in April. As a slider will again miss there. Not sure if that's a hit by pitch or a 4-pitch walk. But nonetheless, we'll see Reidner going down to first. This will bring up the first baseman, Tyler Cox.
Now batting number 25, Tyler Cox.
So Manis will pitch here now with a runner on first. 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. 9-8 ball game here. Lions trail by 1. And with the milk jug magic, you got to think if we keep it within 1, we're going to have a good chance here over the next 2 innings. As Manis already has 1 out, he's got a good strike 1 there. 0-1 count now. Covenant, though, they've proven to be a very, very good ball club coming in this weekend. Obviously beating the Lions 7-3 last night. Had us down 8-1 early on in the ball game as the Lions have made their way back here. Manis is 0-1 on the way. Cox will take that one low and inside as that'll even our count back up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So we got a 1-1 count now, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Runner on first. Ridner walks on 4 pitches. Tyler Cox works an even counted 1 ball and 1 strike. Sun peeking through here yet again. What a day in Demarest. 1-1. Oh, instead be a pickoff play to first. Ridner almost lost his step there and almost tripped and would have been tagged out. Fortunately enough for him, he's able to get back in time. One on the way from Manis. This one will be swung on and foul tipped into the net. Now Tyler Cox is going to be working from behind here in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Just now eclipsing the 3-hour mark here as we move in on the 4 p.m. time frame. As again, our game 2 of this doubleheader is set to begin at approximately 5 p.m. But that'll be roughly 30 to 45 minutes after game 1 is over with. As Manis will check over there at first. Able to get back in time will be Ridner. So he'll focus back here on the plate at Cox, who's behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ridner 5 for 6 in stolen bases this season. So he's got plus speed out there on the bags. 1-2 on the way here to Cox. Great slider. And you can probably hear how Loudermilk Field feels about that one. That'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justin Manis threw that one right over Broadway, about belt high. Good slider from him, but it missed somewhere. As the 2-2 on the way. Check swing, and he got him that time. Only took him 1 more pitch, and Manis will sit down his 2nd strikeout of the inning and get out number 2. Now with 2 outs, this will bring up the second baseman, Trevor Graventine.
Number 8, Trevor Graventine.
Graventine will step up here on the day. He's hitless, 0 for 3. He's the only man in the Covenant lineup hitless. As they'll check over there on first on Ridner yet again. As the Scots have 12 hits. The man leading the charge from today has been McCaleb Harleman with 3. Other multi-hit guys, Ken Burke with 2 and Tyler Cox with 2, as you just saw him rung up. As this one, now everybody has a hit. Happy broadcasters, Jinx. As Graventine sends that one into left field for a 2-out single. Ridner advances up to second. Runners on first and second now. And this will bring up the catcher, Harrison Adelgren. So Adelgren, who's 1 for 3 on the day, he'll have a chance here to do some more damage. As he's also reached via walk, he's flown out twice as well. Manis with that big slider, obviously throwing it from the sidearm. He's going to be pitching to a lot of contact. You want a lot of that contact to be hit on the ground. As the first pitch to Adelgren will hit him. That slider didn't quite break it up, and that'll load the bases here. And now with the bases loaded in 2 outs, this will turn over the lineup card and bring up to the plate Kenny Mills. Tyler Roon warming up out there in the Lions bullpen. As we'll see if Manis can get out of it, if they'll go to Roon in the 9th. Or obviously with a lead, you'll hand it over to the closer, Carter Ballstadt. Just want to get out of this one first, though. First pitch on the way to Mills here will be off the plate. 1-0 count now. Obviously trying not to walk in a run here. 1-0 count here in 2 outs. So 1 ball, no strikes here. 2 outs, bases loaded. 1-0 delivery. This one hit back up the middle. Jack Gilson catches it in the air for out number 3. Lions hang up yet another 0. Heading to the bottom of the 8th. They look to catch the lead here. Trailing by 1, you're listening to Lions Baseball here. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Heart of the lineup due up here for the Lions in the home half of the 8th inning. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. As Carter Ballstat lead us off. Carter 1 for 3 on the day with a walk. Also, happy news in other Piedmont Athletics. Lions softball able to win by a score of 13-6 in their Game 1 doubleheader at Huntington College. So they still remain undefeated in conference play at 7-0. So Lions softball looking good this season. See if Lions baseball can pick up another conference win here in Game 1 of their doubleheader. As Carter will take one up and away. It'll miss home plate and miss the strike zone. 1-0 count. The sophomore left-hander Austin Clark still in the ball game. As again, he'll have to face Ballstat, Kane, and Carlson. 1-0 on the way. Carter, a good cut on that one. This will be fouled off into the backstop there. 1 ball, 1 strike count now. Clark already set. Almost to remind you of A.J. Minter, kind of the way his windup is. As the wind will pick back up, the 1-1 on the way. Carter will take a swing and a miss at that one. That'll move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. So we got a 1-2 count here, no outs. Lions trail by 1. So the tying run will be coming up to the plate here until someone gets on. 1-2 on the way. Carter will take that one low below the knees. The Covenant defense will express how disgruntled they are with that call by some body language there. As again, everyone has not been too pleased with this home plate umpire today. As we got an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Clark's delivery to Carter. That'll almost hit him there. Carter able to move out of the way of it. That'll run our count full to 3-2. So full count to Carter. He's drawn 1 walk so far. He's also struck out once and also got a hit. See what he'll do here his 5th time around. Carter sends one way up in the air. It'll be out in left center as the center fielder Kenny Mills will call him off, and he'll grab it there for out number 1. 1 out here. I'll turn it over to Hunter Kane. The DH today has walked twice and been retired twice via 2 groundouts. See what Hunter can do here his 5th time up to the plate. Seems like the Lions have had a bit of trouble here with this sophomore left-hander Austin Clark. As the first pitch to Hunter on the way, he was on that one just a little bit behind it. As that'll be 0-1 count here. Clark really been able to mix up some of his stuff. The Lions timing off is really what I've been able to gather up here. Not anything overpowering, Again, just kind of moving in and out, up and down. Been trying to confuse the lines more than anything else. As his 0-1 is on the way. That'll spike, and that'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Clark 2 1/3 thus far is not allowed a hit nor a walk. 2 strikeouts as well. As he's been money since he came in there in the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 on the way. And that'll be a ball. As Hunter will move ahead now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, just the same as Carter was when he came up. The tying run still at the plate here. 2-1 from Clark on the way. Hunter takes a big swing and a miss at that one. Looked like a change up there. Clark got him out front on. Now leaving our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lions trying to tie up the ball game here. 2-2 on the way to Hunter. Hunter's on these pitches right now, but just a little bit under him as he'll again foul tip one off. And we'll do 2-2 yet again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Home half of the 8th inning. 9-8 ball game. Two from Austin Clark. On the way, Hunter, good take from him as that'll run it full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back full counts here. You got to think Clark is going to tire out at some point, huh? He'll come set. Lefty-righty matchup. Big pitch, full count on the way. Hunter will take that one low and in. Left side of the infield wants to know where that one was at. It's the same thing the Piedmont infield has been wondering as well. As Hunter will walk on down to first, and this will bring up Kyle Carlson. Kyle's been hot all day long, 3 for 4 now. We're going to see a pinch runner for our Hunter. Is coming into pinch run will be Heath Waldrop. So Heath, you got plus speed with him over there on first now. And 1 out. Again, Kyle today, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. As both of those RBIs came on his single his last time up. As the ever-important tying run is over there at first. Kyle will represent the go-ahead run here at the plate. With 1 out, home half of the 8th inning. 9-8 ball game is the Scots lead. Clark will look in. Harleman playing in down there at third on the edge of the grass. He'll back up a few feet after I said that. Clark will come set. Kyle sends one up in the air. It'll be in shallow center field. Who's going to get to that one? It'll be the center fielder, Kenny Mills. So 1 pitch and 1 out there, as that'll be out number 2. And with Kyle sitting down here, we'll bring a pinch hitter up to the dish, as it'll be Noah Aaron.
Pitch hitting for Piedmont, number 23, Noah Aaron.
You'll hear the Friends theme song play. Noah so far this season, he's been money at the plate when he's got a chance to be out there. Started a good many of games. Noah on the season, hitting .347, getting on base at a rate of .439, as he has a homer and 13 RBIs. As he'll take one low and at the knees there, 0-1 count. Noah has been our everyday right fielder here in conference play. What they did today was Coach Scally moved Gons over to right and then moved Jelly and put him in, inserted Jelly in the lineup in left. So here we'll see Noah pitch hit here. 0-1 delivery from Clark on the way. Noah sends one out to right center field. That ball's going to carry a bit. Will Mills get to it? He does. Noah Aaron puts good contact on one, not able to get it down, and that'll be out number 3. So the Lions still trail by 1 as we head to the 9th inning. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Tyler Roon in the pitch here for the Lions as he'll look to retire the side for the Scots and then look for a walk-off potentially here in the bottom half of the ninth. They're at least extended into extra innings as the Lions trail by 1-9-8 against the Covenant College Scots. Tyler have to face 2, 3, and 4 here of the Scots lineups. This leading us off will be the shortstop, Zeke Gilbert. Roon will be the sixth pitcher of the day here for the Lions. As his first one on the way there will be a slider that misses away. 1-0 count. Manis came in, good inning from him. As he gave up a hit, a walk, and then had 2 strikeouts. Roon 2.92 ERA this season. 22 strikeout to 4 walk ratio. As another good slider there that misses low, I assume. 2-0 count now. As again, Roon 37 innings pitched, the most out of anyone coming out of the Lions bullpen this season. 2-0 on the way. Good slider from Roon. That'll hit the zone there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gilbert today 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs, as this is the 6th time now through the Covenant lineup. Two 1 on the way. Good slider from Roon. Guess that missed low. 3-1 now. Cloud cover back over Demorest GA now. As the 3-1 awaits here from Roon to Gilbert. And it'll be a slider that'll miss as Gilbert will walk down to first on 5 pitches. So now this will bring up to the dish the DH, Josh Harvey. Harvey 1 for 3 on the day while drawing 2 walks. One of those being intentional. As we'll see Harvey come up to the dish here. Kyle Carlson play on the edge of infield grass down there at third. No outs here, top of the ninth. Roon, slider, catches the inner half there at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. Lions been able to claw the way back, rather should I say, by being down by as much as 7 runs here, as they got down 8-1 there in the top of the third. And then they've clawed their way back since then, now down by 1, 9-8. Good pitch there on the outer half at the knees. Apparently it missed outside. That'll even our count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Tyler will tow back in there on the rubber as Gilbert will get his lead at first. Wind has settled down for a moment. Tyler's 1-1 delivery on the way. Sent up in the air into shallow left field. Connor Jelly will call out that he has it. He does for out number 1. Retreating back to first is Gilbert. And now up to the dish should be the cleanup man, the left fielder, Ken Burke.
Now batting number 2, Ken Burke.
Ken Burke 2 for 3 today. He's also scored a third of the Scots runs. It's 3 of 9. He's also walked twice as well. He was retired for his first time. His last time he came up when he flew out. See if he can get his first double play today, as the Lions have not gotten one of those yet. As Roon will come set. First one on the way. This one hit a mile down the right field line, but it'll go out of play and foul into the forestry. As we'll do 0-1 here. Again, if you're just tuning in with us, it's been a slugfest, a bit of a pitching fest, all tied into 1. Both teams have had big spurts of offense, but then pitching gets ruled in other innings as well. As much of a contradiction as that sounds, it's really the only way I know how to put it. As just like the weather, the bats have fell cold as well as warmed up as well here in this 9-8 ball game. And we have another one to do after this one as well, as our doubleheader began at 1 p.m. today. Game 2 will start around 30 to 45 minutes after this one is concluded. A slider up and out of the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. As the Lions, they scored 1 run in the first, third, and fourth innings. And they scored 2 and 3 in consecutive innings in the 5th and 6th. That's how they've gotten their 8. As the 1-1 on the way from Roon. Too far outside, says the home plate umpire. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one as Tyler will fall behind here. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ken Burke. Covenant, they scored 2, 1, and 5. In that order in the first 3 frames, and then scored 1 run in the 6th. That's how they've gotten their 9 runs. As Tyler will come set. His 2-1 on the way, hit out in the air. Gons doesn't have to move too much. Now he'll go to his left, and he'll catch it there for out number 2. So with 2 outs now, this will bring up to the dish potentially the offensive MVP for Covenant on the day, their third baseman, McCaleb Harleman. Harleman 3 for 5 as he had an RBI, or 2-run RBI double back there in the first. He's got 2 hits this in. He's also struck out as well and reached Villanera his other time. So Harleman, he's had a really good day up at the dish. See what he'll do here his 6th time around. He'll take one up and out of the zone from Roone. 1-0 count now. So 1 ball, no strikes here. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. As the Lions look to hand it back to the bats here in the home half. Hopefully get something started. As it'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Lions. As we'll check on first. Roone, a good move over there. Not able to get him in time. As Owen Helgeson tried to pull almost the hidden glove trick. But he'll throw it back. As Gilbert will get his lead over there. He walked to lead us off here. And then Harvey and Burke flow out. They'll check on him over there again. Owen able to keep that one in front of him. As we'll do 1-0 here. So Roone will look in for the sign. He'll come set. Harleman awaits. The 1-0 on the way. This one hit up in the air out to deep left field. Jelly going to retreat to the track. He'll catch it there for out number 3. The Lions have held Covenant scoreless for the last 3 frames. Now they need at least 1 and 2 to win it here in the home half of the ninth. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube. Bottom of the 9th inning. Lions trail by 1. 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the Lions. Where else would you rather be than Denver's GA here on this cold Saturday afternoon? Austin Clark going to begin inning number 4 work for him. As he's with 3 innings, has not given up a hit yet. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Hopefully the Lions can finally get to him here. As Jackson Randolph up to the dish. He's 3 for 3 on the day as he'll cut on that one and foul it back into the net. As he also has a sac fly and an RBI through 4 plate appearances. See what Randolph can do here his 5th time around. As Austin Clark again been money since he came in the ball game. 0-1 from him on the way. That's going to miss arm side away from Randolph. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big game here because this can either force a rubber match in game 3 if the Lions win, or Covenant will go for the sweep if they're able to get the final 3 outs here. As that one will be low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Also big conference play-wise as well. Covenant searching for win number 4 in conference play. The Lions searching for win number 6. So again, how it could end for either team is big momentum, both for the rest of the day in game 2 of the doubleheader and the rest of the season. As a 2-1 on the way, Randolph will swing through that one. That'll even our count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So, again, big opportunity here. Bottom 9th inning for the Lions. You got a chance to win it, only down by 1. Clark will come set. 2-2 on the way. Randolph, good take from him there. Is that a runner count full at 3-2? The tying run coming up to the plate until someone gets on, and then the winning run can potentially come up to the plate as he's just on deck right now in the form of Jack Gilsonen. Clark will come set, full count on the way. Randolph strings through that one. A big strikeout there and a big out number 1. So now the tying run will come to the plate here in the form of Jack Gilsonen, and the winning run is still on deck here with Braden Brooks. Gilly's 0 for 1 as he's drawn a walk today and struck out through 2 plate appearances. As he'll foul this one off into the netting. 0-1 count now. So no balls and 1 strike against the Lions' second baseman. Lefty-righty matchup here. 0-1 on the way. Gilly sends this one out to shallow right center field. Going on his horse is Mills. Instead, the right fielder Ridner will catch it for out number 2. Lions down to their final out here in game 1 of this doubleheader, game 2 of the series. And coming up to the dish, it'll be Braden Brooks. So Bebo up to the dish now. 9-8 ball game. Austin Clark trying to finish it out here. Dawson will look in and come set. First pitch to Braden will be low, but it'll catch at the knees there. 0-1 count now. Again, the Lions trailed by as many as 7. Able to call it back to only a 1-run deficit there. Haven't been able to get back and make it a tie ball game. 0-1 on the way. Braden will work that one off the plate there. It'll even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Debo 1 for 2 on the day. He's also reached via 2 walks. So he had a 2-run double back in the bottom of the 6th inning. Clark will come set. His 1-1 on the way here. Braden will foul this one off down the first base line as Ethan Darrow, the first base coach, able to stop that one. And now just 1 strike away here are the Scots from ending this game 1 of 2 doubleheader in game 2 of the series. Clark will look in. And he'll come set now. 1-2 on the way. Braden sends this one to the left side. 2 guys go for it. They fall over each other, and Braden's safe at first. The Lions aren't dead yet. Harleman, the third baseman, and Gilbert, the shortstop, both went for that one. Not sure how you'd exactly rule it. We'll see if it's an error or a hit. As now up to this, should be Connor Jelly. Jelly 0 for 5 today. He's got a chance to be hero here, at least extended, as he's the game-winning run coming up to the dish and the tying run on the base paths. Jelly will take one right down Broadway there, 0-1 now. They will rule it an error in E5, I presume. E6, pardon me there. Oh, 0-1 on the way to Jelly. He'll foul this one off down the first base line and out of play. 0-2 now. As now the Lions are just 1 strike away here from dropping back-to-back games. However, Braden Brooks also got this 2-strike count as well, able to reach. Austin Clark will look in and come set. 0-2 on the way. Jelly able to check his swing there. The second base umpire will agree. 1-2 count now. Austin Clark He's looked unhittable thus far, and that's because hasn't given up a hit since he got in the game. Maybe Connor Jelly can change those fortunes right here. Brooks getting his lead off of first. He's going. Jelly is swinging a miss there, and that'll be out number 3. 9 runs on 13 hits, 2 errors for Covenant. 8 runs on 8 hits, 1 error for Piedmont, and the Lions drop the series. But they still have a chance to at least pick up a game here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. 9-8 is the final score. Kyle Carlson and Jackson Randolph on multi-hit games. Carlson 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Randolph 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Braden Brooks also with 2 RBIs as he reaches a total of 4 times. Also for Covenant, McCaleb Harleman 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs. Ryder had 2 RBIs and Cox with 2 RBIs as well. The winning pitcher is going to be the starter for Covenant, Zach Tollison. But you got to give the player of the game to Austin Clark as he comes in and pitches the final 4 innings, not relinquishing a hit. Does give up 1 walk and had 4 strikeouts, and that has to be the player of the game. The losing pitcher will be Jake Gardner, the starter for the Lions. Again, our Game 2 will begin in about 30 minutes approximately, so that's going to be at about 5 p.m., about right as scheduled. So we'll see if we do begin at then or a little bit after. We'll have that right here, as always, Piedmont University Athletics here on YouTube, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in about 30 minutes.